Fambulem, una good evening. I hope say any side so on a friend on a self na the wall. I hope so on they do well. I hope say the week has been good to you, and happy Good Friday for those of us who celebrate. It is no secret that I'm a Christian and I'm a fervent believer. So happy Good Friday to una all around the world. Any side or sound friend on herself. Well, this evening time we don't consider Ayaso again for can't talk but no other business but salon business, salon issue. Now we all issue. This evening time we get a packed program for una. We get for can talk, we get for can ask a question as to how honorable are our honorables. And at the end of that segment there, una go understand why we ask this kind of question. And then we then move on to the topic we sit on at the table this evening time when the mayor of Freetown, tribalism or frustration. At the end of the day, the word left to una go get for decide if na been tribalism or if na been frustration or if it was something in between the middle. It is up to you. It is not up to me to decide. My own issue now for lay the facts on the table and then make we discuss them. This evening time, we not get no other person but by we long-term paddy when Madam Cady Johnson Cole. You don't come for can't tell we could share again today. Madam Cady Johnson Cole tell Fambuleado. I think say you mute.
Good morning.
Okay, now we hear you.
Okay. Yeah. We found with them on a good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Yes, I don't lost power now, but I don't come. Who can participate and then two important topic of interest here. So I hope say una go enjoy and una go participate as well because the show na for una all, not to be no more within here. We will need una all participation and una commenting.
Indeed, every participation and everybody comments. We not get
and I would like to know say at the talk from UK.
Yes, calling from UK. So in term don't late, but again, then I also with we this evening term. I go turn directly to CEO. We get Sleepy Baby Eye this evening term, but I know how the team they be in Sleepy Baby Eye go wake up very, very soon to Tiger Eye. So CEO, tell family I do.
Family Monado.
Okay. Okay, so we get one more person where hopefully go join me as the show they go on. Now, without wasting much ado, they go straight to we technical team, make we technical team play one report where Emmanuel, I think his name na Emmanuel Blah, but the host of Black TV, the owner of Black TV, Ekatela Mboku Tenki, for where he puts these reports so together for we from inside Parliament. And we want to know what's happen at Parliament this week and waiting on I think but that. I go turn to the technical team.
I, Honorable Sir Emerson Lamina, representing Consensus 030, beg to lay on the table of this Honorable House a petition that concerns a Salonian of this great republic. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, in lieu of detail, I pray that this petition be read by the clerk in accordance with SO 17, paragraph 4 and paragraph 5.
Now the leader for the Coalition for Change C4C party at the Salone Parliament, Honorable Sir Emerson Lamina, moved the motion for lay one petition at the well of Parliament on behalf of Dr. Abbas Chernobundu, Speaker of the Salone Parliament, for make member them of Parliament cancel one tough decision where the same Salone Parliament been make inside June 24, 2007 for seize two of Dr. Abbas Chernobundu in Ostem inside Freetown by force. and na the member of parliament for constituency 07 at Kailaun district, Honorable Quintin Salia Kone, been second this motion. This na because one commission of inquiry with the Salone government under late President Dr. Ahmad Tijan Kaba set up inside 1998 been fenot say Dr. Abbas Chernobundu been use government copper where it not been get the right way for get them property them yeah, and this been take place December 1999 after where the commission been complete in work and publish waiting them been fenot inside one white paper year 2000 where them been present to first time President Dr. Ahmad Tijan Kaba. But according to the petition where Honorable Sir Emerson Lamina lay in parliament on behalf of Dr. Abbas Chernobundu, Dr. Bundu no been there inside Salone the time where the government set up the commission of inquiry for investigate him, and Dr. Bundu no been even get lawyer for defend him during this process. We make now waiting no more the government that time they been say inside the commission of inquiry, but Dr. Bundu the judge them been take and make decision we been give Dr. Bundu quarterdeck. This will make Dr. Abbas Chernobundu been going to the appeals court for challenge this ruling by the commission of inquiry that time day, and according to this petition Dr. Bundu been win the government na court on this matter, and it not been tap day as it been same way so go na the Supreme Court and win the government according to this petition. But the government of first time President Kaba through the Minister of Lands been bypass the appeals court and Supreme Court decision them we been there in favor of Dr. Bundu and been moved na parliament for make government seize Dr. Bundu into host them by force based on the first ruling from the commission of inquiry and the white paper. For sake of this inside this petition, Dr. Abbas Chernobundu say he ready for present the two ruling them from the appeals court and the Supreme Court, where show say it be win the government that same day as it been challenge the white paper recommendation where them be get from the commission of inquiry and all other document them for show say it get right for get back in property them where it been grab for talk on this matter at the well of parliament. The acting leader of the main opposition APC party at the Salone Parliament, Honorable Ibrahim Ben Kagbo, say them as opposition no go deny this petition for make Dr. Abbas Chernobundu get back into host them, but get two other people them we suffer the same balo like Dr. Bundu under bad law, and them want for make them people yourself get chance for make parliament look inside them case.
And this time we have no intention of coming with any contrary view, except to state that we have two other citizens of this republic who suffered the same fate as Dr. Bundu, and whose cases will also be heard in this house. And we want to give notice here that we are going to encourage Mrs. Matilda Sise and Sani Sise and Aaron Gooding, Esquire, who also suffered at the hands of bad legislation.
We be the respond to the acting leader of the APC party at the Salone Parliament. The acting speaker of Parliament, Honorable Segepo Solomon Thomas, say the Parliament now ready for look inside any other person in case we favor Dr. Abbas Bundu in yon for make sure say people get justice, as it make them clear say the Parliament now ready for correct any wrong we other Parliament them before now we don't commit.
At the time this matter was brought to Parliament, that at the time Parliament decided on this matter, the matter had already been dealt with by the Supreme Court. So that's all more reason why I thought that that particular procedure was flawed at the time. And of course I've been informed again, and I do verily believe, that there are several cases of this nature. We are a different Parliament, and we are ready to entertain any such applications. Let them come. If you have your relatives, you have your friends who have similar cases. This Parliament is a different Parliament, and we are here to right the wrongs. Thank you very much, honorable members, for this historic day of justice, and I hope and pray that we continue to move as a Parliament to correct all the wrongs that are done to citizens of this country.
This not the first time with the Salone Parliament they take this kind of decision for go back and look inside ruling where it be don't take before now and condemn and cancel them because them say in all right. And waiting clear again na that Dr. Abbas Chernobundu, the Speaker of Parliament, don't get back in property them with government under late President Dr. Ahmad Tijan Kaba been seized in hand by force through Parliament power. The question now we plenty people go want for ask now, who's kind picking this single action by the 5th Parliament of the Second Republic now get for born where you consider the kind power where the House of Parliament get and the plenty decision them where even some of them controversial where this Parliament don't take and get for continue for take. For Salone Parliament, I on Gla TV Online. Mina Abdullah Gla the reports.
You mute though. No, there you mute.
I want to tell Abdullah Bla Boku thank you for where he put this report here so together where VOS self able use for this show here so. Before I begin ask me questions then to the panelists then today, I want me to welcome Madam Mataselu. Madam Mataselu, I don't think say Fambul and go see you because the place dark. But I still want me to tell Fambul that I do. Madam Mataselu, you dey hear me? Okay, so Madam Selu, look, they get a bit of technical difficulty. So move on and wait when maybe the technical team can work behind the scenes with Madam Mataselu for get positioned properly. Now, the reason why I bring this na the Salone issue show and dealing specifically under the topic of how honorable are our honorable. These are our elected officials. People vote for them. People vote there for them, for make them apply the law, for make them set laws and whatnot. Now, a ruling will take place. Yes, I understand, say, Dr. Abbas Bundimbe appeal, he win the case go to the Supreme Court, he win this, that, but that at the time, the current Parliament upheld the decision for seize in 2007. Now, that was done under the President, late Ahmad Tijan Kaba in time, right? And now we get another SLPP regime in power, overturning, right, that decision. I think say the thrust of waiting I want to ask the panelists is that what type of precedent with Parliament they set right now by not only overturning this decision, but by also saying all those who were victims or who feel they were victims of such law or rule, make themselves come forward, we go look inside the matter and this, that. And the reason why make I talk about this, make we not forget, say right now, we get properties that were being seized, right, by people from the immediate past regime, the APC regime, property, big property then where they don't seize. So what precedent are we setting, or what precedent is our honorable or our honorable setting with what you know I don't discover right now? Make I go to Madam Kadi Johnson Cole.
Well, actually, hearing this for the first time because I wasn't that active on social media, you see, but we Parliament, I'm telling you, see, I don't know what is happening there. I just don't know what is happening there. You see, look at a case. You see, a case where this was a SLPP government, SLPP Prime Minister, referred this matter to Parliament or something, and then this property was seized by Parliament. What power Parliament gets now? This is what I can't comprehend. I cannot really comprehend the way our Parliament is working. If Parliament don't say they don't seize property, that TV don't go to Parliament and not approve on Parliament and everything. I don't really understand what was the need for it to be referred to the court again. Say they go on appeal, then they go win the case again. This is what is not clear here. That the gray area they will be not able to understand. Parliament don't decide something. then the courts it go change them. You get me? I'm not able to understand because they don't pass for let it reach to Parliament. I would have thought it go don't go through court and all it then or whatever. I don't know, but it's confusing really for me. I am very, very confused. And if they don't make decisions, you see, the whole thing is people are just taking their own personal interest more than everything in the country. This is it. If one parliament comes and change something, another parliament said when it comes, it change another thing. Other one come, it change another thing. Obviously, I go along very, very well with him, Honorable Kago say, because if then don't allow Mr. Bundu for taking property then we surprised if Honorable Kabo Sef can talk say, well, Mrs. Matilda say instead of wanting your property, you get me. If me and Mrs. Matilda say, I would ask for my property. You get me? I will ask for my property because not say one law is good for one person and then it bad for another person. It's just not on. Parliament has to be consistent here. We have to see Parliament for be consistent. Not so when they're not going to continue for the chop and change things in this country. Why are they taking this country as their personal property? They're taking Sierra Leone as their personal property that they can just change whenever they feel they change things and that, you see. What I don't understand is now they are trying to turn this in property. What I don't understand, why it not be done try for let them overturn them at the time, or even the second court where they go. Why it wait say until SFP kind of power? You get me? You know, I have to be careful here because some of them things here. So maybe as they go along with other people, then go talk. You see, I go able pick up something and they way doubt me a little bit. You understand? Because as I tell and say, I just hear this thing I not be the follow more because I'll be very, very busy of late, you see. But Parliament, to be honest, this is just one Parliament will no longer impress me. It no longer impress me. I am not trying to be disrespectful here to our parliamentarian. No. I'm not trying to do that, you see. But I am no longer impressed by the Parliament, how they do things at all. Look at that. What is his name, Mr. Thomas? Mr. Thomas said that well, okay, in fact, Mr. Thomas say one thing we the car wrong, we the car right all the wrong them. What about all the wrong them? You see, wait I mean, we know the wait, you say with the car right all the wrong them. You get me? Well, what about we not go right or you know the other way? You see what I'm trying to say? It did say, okay, everything the wrong thing the way they know they can right them now. What about the right thing the way they mean do we're supposed for wrong? Are we going to wrong them? You see, because you can't just go with the going right off right. What about the things the way they may say wrong? Why they not go correct them as well? You see, honestly, let me just listen to what other people are going to say, and then maybe that can put me in a position for say a little bit more.
I know I make the mute yourself today.
See you, I ban to you.
No, wait make I dey laugh because I think say I don't make plenty video, or not share, or don't talk and plenty times say all them politicians here from all political party, we don't all inside that OC, they're all na a club. Then people have to take somebody for granted. They're not going to expect for the people. I mean, Law put this into perspective. All right. Let me ask this question. If Abbas Bunu no inside that chamber, forgetting Austin back. So where that man where not gets possibility for inside Parliament? Because I mean, facing the ordinary people and force them first of all, if you want to make this decision, for don't come first and ask the people them say the system is rotten. We've not seen don't see people and host them. Law put them out there for people in the state. What we get on our own feedback because now we not work for. Plenty other people in the world me don't wrong, who are in a power me don't wrong them. This one I me feel say then just send a code to the company and talk so if we take yours, no worry, you forget them back. Because now the talks about people don't get money, but what the state able get money back? The money we lost? What we have money in a way them it. So this is a question because all 10 now we forget the short end of the stick. All 10 then when they do the reform, they reform to make it better them. But where the ordinary man, where the citizens and now where they suffer, where the people and where they die from them money, where they in thief, where they supposed to get amenities when they get. Wait, now the other man, the other lane man, the way they don't seize in your house, or where somebody goes to advantage power because they get power, ain't gonna forget your own. This is a question we need to ask ourselves. Then people have not give a crap about we. This is about themselves. Salome and all these guys when they make all this, when they make this orders, saying okay, then try for rights the bad deeds. What's the compensation for the bad deeds? Don't for rights the bad deeds, but I wanna make on a bad deeds. Now make on a bad ruling. Now wanna make the system rotten, and what things on a system still rotten because on not the right, on still clean on out of the right. You got for write something, you don't take care of all the bad force, then you can't answer the write something new. When I still a dual inside bad, we just can't talk about the mayor on side back. When I still a for continue the same bad, but don't do so many pants up. So what's in at the points now? I mean, I understand this one. This one just in your face, and they give you right now, blank in your face.
Of course,
You guys don't have
right in your face. Yeah, and the thing we're really deplorable about this is that, and the reason why I decide for ask this question and really talk about this issue is that because the precedent we don't be set is that in another few years, if another party come into power and then they get people them, we don't suffer the same whatever. Guess what? A precedent has been set that when a judgment, when a ruling has taken place, that ruling there no get for all water. So long as now we then have power, we can overturn the ruling, take back with property them. The layman, the ordinary man, the ordinary citizen, are they vested such powers?
No.
Do they have such justice accorded to them? You are using your powers to grab for kapu, for take back. You say you are restoring, you are righting a wrong. In whose name was that wrong?
Thank you.
Who determined that wrong? And how what laws are you going to do to right that wrong? What committees have you set? What national forum or focus group or community engagement? So you are just sitting there looking after your own interests? So una sit down, una gonna una cleanse them, una make una small bargain yanda. Okay, you go pass that motion. The way you pass that motion, then they go declare for make this person get this and make that person get that. Are these the honorables we have elected to represent us? Are they really honorables? That's the question why they asked today.
These guys are
here, Matilda.
Go ahead.
These guys are jokes. I'm sorry, Miss Johnson.
No, they are more than jokes. You see, Matilda, in an earlier show.
Now, when I passed the law that same day, where the judge where he passed, when I said the person don't get lawyer. Okay, why we cannot raise that motion that same day? And if okay, what am I going to do to the judge? Law assumes the judge that the bad person will do everything bad now. Yeah? Okay, now it's gonna carry to my oath. Somebody get for pay the repercussion. Now we don't get for PM. So now we the citizen for PM. Because this is what you don't do, because for long in my oath, the states already lost the funding. The judge passed in judgment, they about your business free. Then now we the citizens get for pay the fee. Now we take the loss. How long will continue to take the loss? This is a question for continue for us.
Yeah, you see, CEO, waiting needs to be clarified here is taste, you see, because I'm looking back. If Tijan Kaba in government, we not be SLPP government, we Dr. Abbas Mundu belong to, then make that decision there. You see, this man, when they say Tijan Kaba he die, but he gets a lot of good way he do in him. Now, Tijan Kaba, in my opinion, now be person with integrity, to be honest, you get me, you see. Everybody might not agree with me, you see. But wait a minute, I not quite understand how this thing also come back say, we judges themselves get problem, Nasalo, we court self get problem. How he managed he go to Supreme Court? Say the man, well, if you don't really, to be honest, not just go after Abbas Bundu. If they don't go take to the court don't go get the property, is saying in you. Well, it makes sense for me. Abbas Bundu come back say, "Una give me meals." Because God don't decide in you. You said the problem. This is why I have problem with the judiciary, na Salone. You see, with almost everything na Salone. You see, and whose government was it? Where then do another APC government? Was it under APC government? Then give Abbas Mundo the oath again where they made in a court? You see, if not under APC government, Matilda, are you able to answer this question for me? Was it this second time where
so
they
I can answer this question clearly. Not to be under APC government. Not to be under APC government, now be under the SLPP government.
I mean the appeal.
Yes, the appeal also be made under the SLPP government. But then Tijan Kaba at the point, at that time, make a statement. He say no. He say, I not care waiting the court they say. He say, I no say there is evidence to show that this man also acquire them property so illegally using state funds. And because now state funds he use, he divert state funds for build them property there and for acquire them property there. I don't care what in the court say. Just because in trust of an argument now that he was charged and convicted without him being in the country.
No,
so Tijan Kaba say fine, you were charged and convicted without you being in the country. However, the trust of the issue, the real issue now, you use state money for build property them where you're not supposed to do. So I think that should fall irregardless.
And in any event, what I want to say here, Matilda, in any event, Abbas Mundu was outside the country. He was away, you understand? Which means in property not being too important. If it been too important, if we make arrangements, even though we did abroad, if we instruct lawyers then for go represent them, or instead for me go back if it was that important, you understand? He could have gone there, you see, or get someone to represent him, you see. But if you not go there, you cannot come back and say, "Oh, I was out of the country." Excuse me, I was out of the country. You take the man when I be the president. It establish and say now government's land you take, you see. Wow, then they can't give you, then they can't give you us back. Then this is another your very government Sandy. They knock people that oath off. They take people that oath send a government property, na government land. Look what happened to the Desage. You understand? The very Sandy, they send a government this, and even though the boy their own family, this some other people, the way they not broke their property in a government land, you see. Then they take all this and then is it because Abbas Bundu is the speaker? I know Mr. Bundu very well, you understand? And I have respect for him as human being as well, you get me? And Insef know me very well, you see. But I think, we have, you see, that is what, Matila, people like us no go get power in a Salone. You know why? You see, because, you see, when they see spade, when they call spade a spade. You get me? If you thief, you thief. If you not thief, you thief. Something not blunt, they take out. The poor man. Look, that poor man, they went and go knock their hostel off. Some man, they sleep in the street, you see. Just because Abbas Mundu is a speaker, you get me? Then go then get an host back. And when I'm telling you, if they give Abbas Mundu a host, then they forgive Matilda Sise and host back. Period. And not only Matilda Sise, they forgive all other people that host them back. Is that how we want for less Salone? Is that how we want Salone for go? When DSF come out, you understand? Then when the next APC government come, which is very likely, you understand? You see, then DSF then go do the same thing back. We've already talked, say we will do this now noise. Once they get there, a different thing. You get me? It's just the same process. Just the same process. They just repeating it. In fact, I mean, they talk say with MPs then. You remember, I just tell you on this program, say maybe before begin, send them go. Give them scholars, send them go, let them the guys now 6 months safe. Then kind of with UK Parliament. Then they can see how Parliament they operate, they work. You see? Yes.
If you say they know they do so, then they do Parliament. If you say they know they do so, already they do Parliament. They send them to go see how other parliaments and other institutions are run, how these states are run. But it look like say they're not inculcate.
No, they're not kind in the UK too. Because then kind of UK, even we go see them at the television. Because anybody go inside UK Parliament, we will see you. You get me? They're not television.
No, Ms. Johnson, most of these guys went to school in the United States and the UK. I didn't spend most of their life, adult life. I didn't go to school. I didn't come out and go, so they know everything to the UK Parliament. Salome already talked to immediately Rwanda. Not Rwanda, they will get the accident. They may go there and go spend some time. These guys are not learning nothing, okay? whatever the land they take now, when they reach Salone, is dissolved. It's gone. It's when the system they change it. They're not go change the system, and the system they go change them. This now they happen over and over and over. You guys are not changing.
Let me just summarize the short way.
Anyways,
these people are there. They're only there. Let me tell you now, in a small way, get me. These people are only there for themselves. That's all. They're only there for themselves. When they want to go there, then just go and give the poor people and small money, say vote. You know one thing, once they don't win the election, you get me, then change their number straight away. As they read the results, they all they change their phone number. Nobody reach them again. You get me? That is what they do. No, Matilda, I'm telling you what I know. That's what they do. When an election they pan now, when they campaign, anybody who want to talk to any mister, you call and one say they pick them up. The day when they announce the result, you don't win, then change the SIM number. You don't. You get me? He said, "This is it. How come I
want to bring Madam Selu inside the conversation. Madam Selu, welcome.
Oh.
I want to make you give your own 238 per this talk before we move on by the other talk.
Finally appear. Yes, I just really enjoy Una no more, you know. It's sad waiting they happen at Salone. The fact of the matter is there's no justice in Sierra Leone. Nothing. There's no justice. Because the country the whole day, first of all, like Abbas Bundu, so you're not even supposed for them at that position day. Usa would they where you are a job like that and you do criminal record check. So how many of them will get the will not get criminal record at that parliament right now? Point them. As long as you get criminal record, you're not even supposed to get position like this. Like what my sister they explained just now, he fought for that property day. The ex-president Tijan Kaba say no, they not go give you because they no say na state funds. First of all, na contempt of court. You there out of the country, you there and you get case. I sure say the case the court go don't invite them. So for the fact that I said the court go don't invite you, you not go. That's contempt of court. So that's alone for don't disqualify Abbas Bundu for get that property back. But there is no justice in Sierra Leone. The justice so they for me and you want the poor and them. We not get no influence, we not get nobody. Now we then go take them lock up in a jail. But then we then a parliament will get all the influence, who that go touch them? They are so much untouchable. If you don't see all the case them from one power, oh God, look what they call it. From all this government don't can really in a power. And no see no case no the way they don't judge, where they don't give verdict. None. All the case they don't all to the commission of inquiry, whatever money we spend, whatever happened there is buff case. Anything will happen, no more. Where is the more than come out? Now buff case. They didn't say any case. What can you do?
Buff case.
Take that.
Me people them.
Buff case.
When I go wonder why make I bring this scam up. I bring this scam up because when you see it happening, know that there was a precedent set already.
Yeah.
So because on 10 day we not can know what thinking they happen, by the time we make up, it can done late. We faint late. But the game be non play long term.
Oh, yeah.
Long term. So una can just see no more the scoreboard, the results. So I don't want us to be in this situation where the game has already been played, but all that you end up seeing are the results. So again, our honorable are our honorable. I go give una 1 minute, make una round up on our thoughts on this subject as we move on to the next issue. Mr. CEO, go ahead.
Well, I mean, one me could just say, if they say they want for right history, they want for right the good, well, every case from 1960 to today, where they may don't do, may they unfold everything, take everything away, release everybody, anybody in property, they may not take gear and back, everybody in jail, release them all from jail, because that don't show so the court system was wrong, everything, the verdict, everything were wrong, they were all corrupt. So if they do one for the Speaker of the House, do for all citizens, all case for being null and void, period. Start new fresh.
Mm-hmm. And I go to Madam Kadi Johnson Cole.
Oh yeah, I agree with the CEO say. Yeah, because if then they get one law for one person and then one law for another person, and the acting speaker say only similar cases, only similar cases. Why they go say only similar cases? You see, because it's a way of just justifying what is happening to Abbas Bundu. So they say only similar cases. You see? Not because they know what they're doing. You understand? What I'm saying is if then they make that pass, well, I'm afraid even the Commission of Inquiry property the owner and taking no go pass. You get me? Eh? We not go give all man and property them back. They not go take an Escoma and property. They not go take Yansana and property. They not go take other them. All way in the APC. I don't know they name them or the one they say with the SLPP where they own them property there. They not go take them none. They go forget them all back. If they give Abbas Bundu that 2 houses, then everybody forget their house back and going back to them people there. And there are some decisions there where they make over the years where people overlook. People get for look into them decisions and they back. Period. And that's something we don't say. We don't treat everybody equally.
Indeed. Madam Salone.
I think I just really have to speak at the way somebody don't say. If they really say that they give Abbas Bundu in house back, then all other people from that time where Abbas Bundu in house, that time where they take them in hand, whether they can return them to them, all them people then they like when they order jail, without they don't sentence, so therefore free everybody, then give everybody their house because that's just fair. Because what is happening now is not fair. That's the whole point. It's not fair. And because Abbas Bundu na speaker. In fact, as a matter of fact, they're not even supposed to don't address this issue again. Abbas Bundu was invited to court, I believe. He refused to attend court for his properties. That alone, now justice than the way, now justice than the, it is not, now contempt of court. Therefore, if you arrest and lock her up again for improperty, but if they're not doing, so if they give Abbas Bundu in house, all the one of the Commission of Inquiry, they're all there for just forget about the case, take the white paper, flush on our toilet. Let all man be case closed.
Indeed.
I think that's the best situation.
I agree with each and every submission of the panelists tonight. If that is the precedent you want to set, let's go back to 1960. Let's say all of the verdicts them where the courts don't take, they were wrong. As the acting Speaker of the House say that, the past parliament there, they not be know how for do law and write law and implement law. Then are the correct parliaments where they make sure they give justice to people. So since uno na the correct parliament where they make sure say uno give justice to people, me self get one matter, that matter they dem sit advantage for me late grandpa. So make me self come. Make una self can give me justice. Do I beg? Because the verdict been clear, said them in seize advantage. So since now, una they overturn, the wrong for make a right, we bokuna line, una not forget we. And just like, Madam Selo say, if this is the road you want to take, make we flush this, like make we just say, like when I can say, Fangadama, we don't scatter and forward. Make we just scatter and forward and waka go. We don't lose this on the Commission of Inquiry because this is all games. The results are all games. And the saddest thing is that the very political party that the late President Ahmed Tijan Kaba stood for, fought for, you have desecrated his memory. You have desecrated his work. That is exactly what you've done. I don't know if the acting Speaker of Parliament will fail to say, in grandiose words, them have been word for applaud. But what you did in that single moment was to desecrate the work and the legacy of your late leader and president, Alefanso. Anyways, we don't hear boku terms say, some of them we honorables they are so. And can left them with them are us. Then can they go around with the lala pinters then. The fry egg there. But this time it wasn't a matter of lala pinters or fry egg. We know say some of them abandoned them family in England. Where they don't give belly to other women them, na Freetown. We also know say some of them abandon them family in America, don't go give belly, don't even go to the length of putting collar. Listen, when you keep your business private, your privacy is your privacy. But when you decide not to keep your privacy, and you allow the public to know, guess what? We are in the market to buy, and we will buy. And this is exactly what has happened in this case. We get a particular honorable, we decide for, abandon a home, pick up a new wife, and they go sailing with the new wife. That was your privacy, private life. The public sphere not being get right for intervene because now be an arrangement between the two of you. I don't see the picture where you married the woman. I don't see the nikah wedding. You say when they put the ring in your hand, one or two in the smile. Born 2 picking them for you, he meets you with 3 picking them already. Born other 2 boy picking them with you. Not on there for 9 years. And then all of a sudden, you wake up one morning, you meet this other woman. They go on with this woman for the past 3 or 4 years. She decides to study law, become a lawyer. And then you decide for render your family homeless. Wetin he do? Me people them. Make me not talk am. Make we show wetin we so-called honorables, some of them are up to. Because they think when they are in the seats of power, they can do anything and get away with anything. I will go to the technical team.
As una dey see normal now the video they go, when they see the people there, then they on top the pan now, right now, then they on roof. So do ya. If na make it, they make the host, no problem. But if you even make host, they consult the woman. The woman I dey na the host. If you need to know this about when I get soup picking there, Honorable Yusuf Makiri na dey behave so. They don't authorize people that they on roof the host. So do ya. SIPP. Now na wake up. Yeah. And at the time this whole for votes back. Now know the right people that will they vote for. The one that where they sorry for Montaman. The one that where they sorry for with the woman there. But not so man when they sorry for woman. Do ya? Yusuf Makiri, I don't give this order for letting on roof the host. So do ya? When I'm sorry for with the woman there, it got so picky for her. Sick not the hip there. The picky there, all the normal. So now the message down they let it reach.
Hamas Street, number 18. The Honorable Yusuf Makiri in house. When me and me don't date for over 9 years now. We live together as husband and wife. He just left me at the house. He abandoned me at the house. For 4 years now, he don't abandon me at the house.
So what's really happened to you today? The whole social media.
Well, today I left Salone house. I go with people with delegations, carpenters. The other one day I name Abdul directly I they call a name because I know what they talk. Because if they talk and directly say today, he go on roof that house. Now a carpenter he get a license for destroy. So he can't today for can't destroy my house. He bring her up to the 10 now the compound today. All a number including in the Honorable Yusuf Makiri. They come at the compound for come spoil and destroy a saying for come repair. But we did under the house, not make any preparation on any arrangement say Margaret, this and this now I don't put in place so for like you begin to go there. No, it just can't. It's saying for car repair, it begin on roof. Because not that I be the expecter for do. I feel say where it's a repair in a relative time. If I don't do all necessary preparations for repair. But there was no preparation made for repair. It just can't roof the house as I talk to the media right now. It will roof the house. Me and me picking there with the pan cold today. As I talk to owner and host a day, I sleep under cold today with me 2 picking there.
So how this really affect you?
It affects me emotionally. I am traumatized because looking at somebody who I don't look up to for being a husband to me I know get 2 picking them and not be the expecter. Say they will treat me so today.
How na relationship you don't time like before this time we lead to within we decision?
Well, before this time, if you don't say you don't want me again, the family step in. So many figures come on board. They step in. They ask her, "What really this man, this woman don't do you? Where you don't want her again?" They say me not do nothing.
So it's now when in turn MP9, the council say he wants you or before he
we married before the MP business they come up. I cook a lot of chop. make a lot of campaigns for him. Now constituencies. Now traditional marriage. Look at the pictures. I have them right now. They put ring on my hand. Look at the married this. That the picture and this. There I am. Where they put ring on my hand. Traditionally, he married me. He paid me bride price. I have even the ring here. All the ring that they are. Look at the calabash. Yes, look at all the pictures where they prove, instead they show the ring to the public for say he married me legally.
So why this man left you for get another wife? What's happened?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Because it not show any good reason. When you the left woman, you for sure a very good reason, but it not tell me any good reason why he left me.
So why do you think say you and this man you not go marry the other side, you not cause any case, you not bring any case against them? Why?
I don't been bring any case because as a traditional woman, I been feel say now my husband I for sit down and bear and men me picking them. But it don't reach a stage now where he want for violate me picking the rights from the home.
So what's that in belief? What, the Muslim or Christian?
Now Muslim, now an Arab for that matter.
Okay.
Muslim.
As a Muslim, you get right for marrying more than one or more. Yeah, as a Muslim. So when you marry, you as a big wife, if you tell you say, may you go see the woman, the next woman when you marry?
And not ever inform me that. And not respect. And not even give me the respect. It just come to me family and say, you know what, your love don't do.
So what are this woman is? I mean, the woman you marry?
Yeah, the woman and Fatmata can buy from Tikonko. Honorable Paramount Chief can buy a honorable member of Parliament, 9 Peking, 9 married to.
Okay, so this what happened to you today. What you don't know?
Well, I rushed to the government and the police was sick. Rescue from even the NUC, the Eastern Police. I go to the Paramount Chief, Lapia PC Boima. I meet her, he called, he do various calls them, and send me. Now in the Lapia, they send me now to people and say, I go make statements and complain for let them stop her. The police then come, they stop her, he say, you no go stop. Even when LUC call her, he say, you no go stop until you do it worse. Until you do what they do after 1 hour, and I go there. And that's why it be. That's why on roof all the house. It destroy everything, vandalize. But good thing that they were not lost in that house, including money there. Where I been get inside that house, where they keep for people there.
Somebody go say you want to blackmail this man because like you don't marry the other side, you want to spoil and make it do all of this. What do you want to say to us?
I don't get any reason for blackmail Yusuf Makeri. I don't get any reason for, because as far as me know, for over 4 years I don't be patient. If I be one for blackmailer, if I be one for really go with them to the law, because I be for even sworn a court for abandonment. But I be patient as I say.
Abandonment, you know, they take care of your picking or you?
Well, it come on at the house. Abandonment means not only for let you feel picking them or neither they take care of them, but for let even deprive the picking them for see you abandon them for the rest of the 4 years. You abandon them. You never see them. You never ask after them. Pass them chop money. Now they send school fee. You tell money.
Who said this thing?
Well, I don't know. I don't know who said this. I don't know.
All right. So,
but I mean, not say married.
As a member of Parliament, we don't believe so. What will this be?
Well, I feel say, as a honorable, if I live an exemplary life, exemplary model, where if I tell the nation for say, in a role model, in need for no better. It not be for behave so if I don't go through the law. It not be for take the law in my hand.
Like what there so? What is it seek for?
I seek for justice. And I pray that Mama Salone and the government of Sierra Leone will come to me aid and fight on my behalf. For fight for me and me picking them. Me picking them small. As I talk to them now, they are cold. They are cold.
So what's going to be your message to people that want to listen to you?
My message is that let Mama Salone help me, let the government come to me aid, let me become a woman and come to me aid. I want justice for this case.
Okay, but there's this allegation say, Honorable usually say you by what you hear, will not talk to it, and we will try to get to him. That you no respect even picking them way bring up. How many picking them you should get, and how many picking them you say get? Where you know respect picking them and now that in the claim.
When me and start relationship, I meet her with 3 picking them. They talk to me, so I take them picking them, I amend them. 2 be there with me, them picking them. One day, them picking them don't ever grumble. They don't ever talk say and even knock them or neither greedy them as they allege. One day I never do anything bad to their picking. But just because if you want to move and go away, because not to permit one, they don't begin. They don't do a boku side in two man them, they go scot free. Just because if you want to go, you use the picking as a scapegoat so that it will remove them from the house and use her as a yardstick for jump and go and let abandon with me and picking them.
But you know what, all of this story that you married to you decide for Marital, was it not because you were sick for letting you deal with Yusuf?
Well, at that time, when me and the relationship, it they prove well to me, but from where you get to woman, where don't married now, it begin maltreat me for the past 4 years now. They maltreat me and picking them.
You say any force they behind this way pushes?
Now because he married other woman, now the only force because he married other woman and he get right past me in a honorable. So now I make you go behave so to me.
Sister. Sorry.
I know we did. It don't come on your constituency, it don't come on this house. Because I don't marry another woman, I make it one for disgrace. Me and me begin that. It don't unroof the house. It don't unroof the house. Me and me begin that. So we gonna make sure say it's not going to come on this house. We got two more begin that. Small begin that. And I got no time for Ghana go. Now yeah we for them. Now you don't come it disgrace me. Me and me begin that because if you don't talk and say go do it. And you don't do it today the 29th of March. So now I make I want to in all media. Me and me picking up for the last street. Papa got me hand to me head. Papa got me picking up how small. Papa got me hand to me head.
Let Fatima be able to intervene.
Fatima be your hand to me head.
Now talk for the woman there. Let talk for you.
Me picking up, we don't get no time for go. We don't get to me head. We don't get to me head. We don't get no time for go. Me papa don't die. Me papa don't die. Me papa don't die. Papa got me hand to me head. Papa got me hand to me head. Papa got me hand to me head. Papa got me hand to me head.
Yes. Get up here. We can't talk. Come. Now, me na the challenge in the zone.
Yes, ma'am.
The question this honorable do not happy. Now, me put the woman that don't gather. We don't disgrace the country woman. And it don't unroof the pan on top the house. The woman ain't implicated. The woman not got my mind, not got papa. So do ya let the people that know say what it do na this constituency. We're not happy today and we not scared na this your constituency. Because it don't do bad na ya. It don't disgrace the woman there. And the pikin I know even remember the two pikin that were here and the woman don't born. So we're not happy today, we're not happy tomorrow. We don't cry for that lady today. Tomorrow na tomorrow it will be the other person. So we need justice. Let justice prevail.
So like who say una dey go now?
Now station we go
So one.
Wow. So we see this one so we see waiting we woman them they face. Thank God for media, thank God for the internet, thank God for social media. Because back in the days, then things also go happen. This woman not go get space. And it go day na young world, they turn, they do, then go turn a man, then go do. So people then where we elect into office. For serve we. For protect we. If then they treat the person where then claim say then love or wants love that way then how then go treat the one then where they not sabi, we not they near them. I think the greater question is how many women don't suffer the same condition. Yes, I know say some people then go talk say yes, well you man don't know say it gets a reputation. But like you see, you know, and say monkey not they left in black can. He come, he make conny rabbits. You know, he make conny changing color to the color where the woman they wear. Show him good. And then before you know it, he turned to the monkey where he used for be. Madam Johnson Cole, which now you take on this issue?
Well, it's a sad state of affairs, really. the one way they say, well, if the man gets a reputation, that's not an excuse. Somebody can get a reputation, then it makes you be a changed person. You see, so we're not going to say if the man be bad, save the lady not for one time. Now, love, you get me. But the only thing no more is, waiting the man do, you see. But they can say, you know, for judge people that until you know all the facts. You get me? Yes. But in this situation, me go judge them on the basis that it gets too small picking them. I'm not judging the relationship, the affairs, waiting happen between me and the wife. No, I'm not going to go that route. You understand? Because I'm not in the position. I'm not in the position to judge them because I don't even want to know what happened between them anyway. What transpired. But what I'm concerned about here is the children, because on Monday, if you get mind, you get too picking and they you go take their roof and they out of the property. Because me Sesef, Matilda, they're not showing that this, but me Siam, where then they put all the mattress in the vehicle. I said the vehicle where they put all the mattress there. What's kind of a man that one day? Not a real man this. Real man they go, you left you picking them a street. Then you go.
And the one where the vehicle not able to take, it make sure say them broke them.
You see, who's kind of wicked man that one day? You see, Mr. MP, you shouldn't even be there anyway. Because whose kind example did you show for other people then? You're not MP. If people then get problem now your constituency, say somebody gets similar thing like this, okay, that is not why you are there as an MP. But we don't place no more in a salon. People then they see MP say, well, I get small problem, they go to MP. How you go talk to that person then? Because you worse past anybody. You don't get right because I can say you now because na place like Salone. If na yes so that woman in picking and they underage. The mere fact say na get the property, you gonna criminal damage than the. You get me? You go pull the picking the who say expect the picking and for go. And if na be here the 10 and picking and they go of age 18, or if they go university, then go they say they done university. Now where they're not in university at 18, okay, fine and go away. But if then they go university, tell them study done. You see, they picking and go in that house day. You don't get rights for sell the house, you know they sell them. And the woman go did it with him picking them. So now that make others say we don't have justice system that's alone. These are the sort of things they should be looking at. I understand that we get a family. Good
morning, everybody.
Sorry, yes, my phone just come on. You see, they say they get a family unit, that's alone. Now they say the police family units for take. Let people don't see MP as God. Just because they're not MP no mean say everything they above everything. No. I thought man like that, then police and for go arrest us, you get me? To be honest, you see, they for go invite on a police station. We don't want to know whether the property is in you or not. They're picking and they're inborn, they picking them. Not to that woman. Okay, let me tell you something, Matilda and others. Get me? If now some jurisdiction, some side there now, you get me? Then picking and they elect not to that man they be born them. So long as if you don't marry that woman, they day with them picking and then in oaths. They pick and they get rights to that property.
Yeah.
They get rights to that property. Usa would they so? You see, once you don't take pick, you don't meet woman, or you the woman, you don't meet man, you don't accept in picking that on all day at the oath, they get rights there. You know they drop them. You get me? You see, so man like that one day, I don't know if not ignorance. I'm sorry you understand, but Mr. MP, I get for tell you that I don't know if I know you don't know. You get me? You know, I think we need for the really scrutinize with MP them before they go into that place there. That place there now, you see, it's about time that they begin. They're not just they put all Tom, Dick, and Harry go as MP now. Then therefore begin look. Now that make you go some people then. You see, they look a lot of people there. Oh my God, it's sad. I couldn't when I see that woman. What I want me, you get me? How you gonna do that? This man not a real man. Any real man, elect who's kind of relationship there between you and you and your woman. You don't join picking and they. You don't join picking and they because you picking them, you picking them. You abandon that woman for 4 years. I'm coming to the woman herself. You get me? You see, 4 years. You get me? They okay. You say they send you money go for the picking them. You they support them. Okay, fine. But that's not all. What about the fatherly love? The picking and they miss out on that. You know they can't see them. Money is not everything. Now the love where they give you picking them. So tell them we not get better money, but where they show the love, it they make up for the enough money where you not get. You see, this is it. And the woman now waiting are not able to understand what the woman will say, where that man ask and say, well, that man he said, once you don't 4 years. He said, well, I just on a traditional. Come on, my dear, forget about this traditional thing. If man don't say no want you for you don't abandon you for 4 years, you get me? Then now he can maybe now you don't come pull roof pan now. So that's gonna make the woman say begin starting life now. Start another life. You get me? Because I don't know, waiting for go begin they go beer. After 4 years, you still don't need to wait for one man we don't let you. You don't go to other woman. Who's guarantee you get say whether man they come back? They do the same thing again. They say that thing where you're not able to continue, you not start them. Anything you're not able to continue, not start them. Once you don't start them, you don't able to stop them again. If you say for stop them, that's the problem they did. You get me, eh? You see? So that's me get for sale. You see, I feel sorry for the lady and all that. But me, they said the lady say, make it then at that host. The man they try for pull and come on at the host. So it's like, well, you don't want to go, I'll make you leave. You get me? Well, yeah, so you tap the now because I make it comfortable for you, now that's me. So this woman, if they watch this program, no move for still don't they? See, don't they? Good Samaritan and they will go can help you for put roof on your house. Don't move from that property. You get me? You move, now the other woman you want bring candy. You get me? So do not move. If they do want for let you move. Now move for like what you did. Believe me, good people and they will go help you for buy roof for you or they go correct them for you. You get me? Now move for now the one big mistake that they go. Because if you see move, you know easy again for let go they back. You get me? So they tell them move. Make it not move. If the money wants, let can court, let do everything. They ready for go court, let them go court. But that host day, now in marital home. So they cannot more kick them out. Now in marital home, you get me? So it doesn't matter whether traditional marriage they been get or not. It is recognizable in the country. Traditional marriage not just the same as when they go marry license married or you go marry in a church. It's just the custom you married and getting you. Even overseas self now, they recognize traditional marriage is them. Then recognize them with me marriage is them. You get me? You see? So before I say that woman they do ya, not come out so then you host here. See don't you host. If you get other brother they sit there where they bring their all them can't happen at the host, let you one of them and they not can go attack you tomorrow. You get me? Then at the host, God go most send people that will go help you for roof your house, but don't leave that house. Now that's what I get for say.
Okay, Madam Selu, what you get for subject?
Thank you so much, my dear, for asking this question. First of all, I go on for say this matter now family law matter this. I want lady woman then a Salone. Me then if you then they hear me, woman then a Salone. I want make una know say any woman where ye man una go do traditional marriage. That marriage now we call common law. That marriage, una can oversee now with man country, it's recognized. So no say you are fully married to that man or woman. I want to know that. And any relationship una don't date together, let's say for 6 months. Like my sister with the talk just now, you call and tap to me. Now relationship that where you get right inside that home. The man get right, you say get right. It's 50-50%. When I get equal right now at home. If when I don't there for 6 months, let's say for instance, when I there for 6 months, as we would call them roommates, when I share everything together, when I there now the same place for 6 months, then when I get like a dog safe, when I pet, it recognizable for say, you the man, you get right over that dog. You the woman, you get right over that dog. So, if una they separate, una get right for decide how for take care of that dog. If the woman say, now me get, I they take the dog, the man get right for pay, support to that dog every month. So this now translate to picking them. That woman and this man don't there for 9 years. So if the man, yes, he abandoned the woman for 4 years, he don't go. And a traditional marriage, first of all, then both of them were married according to we laws, na Salone traditional laws. They according to the Whitman law, na common law. So every property where that woman and that man don't acquire while they are together, be you debt, be it property, during those 9 years, they have the right to share them. If the man no want the woman again, you say, okay, I don't want you at the house, he has the right. But sell the house, una shape the money. The woman get yon, you go. The man get yon, you go. Or you can buy the man out, or you buy the woman out, not the house. You say, okay, I like the house, I want the day, and they buy you out. Una come together, they know how much the house costs, pay you half the money, you go, me take the house. But you know where we keep a man, say, oh, the man don't want you for say for married by force. No, that's not a law. Because according to the law, nobody not blunt a person. Nobody, no matter the amount of ring we wear na your finger from January to December, nobody not blunt the other. If everybody wants separate gold, they get the right for gold, but do it in a proper way. So I don't know if this man here been divorced this woman before he go marry this other woman. If you not divorce her, that is bigamy. So the woman get right back for swam for bigamy. So now that the man don't go, there are 2 things here you get for deal with. One is alimony. If you pay that woman some amount of money for all the years when they don't date together, number 1. Then number 2, child support. If you pay that woman certain amount of money every month, and how they go calculate that? Then they check the man in salary where they get, then they check the woman the way they get. Obviously, in Salone, we know say the man they always earn past the woman, no matter the kind of qualification one I get. The man they always earn more. So the man supposed for pay for them 2 pikin and day every month, and even the 3 pikin them where he bring her at the house. That means the woman has 5 children because he bring them at the house. The woman accept them as in pikin them.
Okay, so I think
somebody's trying to call my phone. That's why, sorry. So for the 5 pikin them waiting at the house where the woman they take care of, whether not the woman legal pikin them or not, then 5 pikin and they, as long as they are under the age of 18, the man supposed for pay child support for all 5 kids. Outside the justice day. If you now outside me day, becoming a social worker, they deal with this job every day and they deal with this issue. This is an issue. I will just see myself in it. Like say they handle the case and they deal with her every day. That night for be done. But let's assume say, okay, now the man don't say, you know, want the woman again, they don't go. Fine. And you don't take him picking, they don't go. Fine. But the woman still get right to them picking and day. Unless the picking and say, I no one day with me daddy. I mean, my mama. I want to go to me daddy. That if the kids are 12 years and above, they get the right for decide which parent they want to belong to. But if then they're below 12 years, they can still be with their mother as the primary caretaker. Then daddy now he and the mamina can sit down and plan visitation and all that. But this is a situation where this is Sierra Leone, unfortunately. It's not going to work that way. So, me your advice no more. Mr. Minister, you need to resign from your job.
Honorable.
You need to, honorable, whatever you are, you need to resign forthwith. You, an honorable, you should be setting a bright example for the common man like me and the other people who are here. But if you they do this now, if your other family then get problem, none of the constituency way they, how they go come meet you for let you talk to them. So that's my take.
CEO, I pass on to you.
Yeah, see, when I talk at the smile, because it look like say when I don't tell oversee, I don't really white man. I just laugh.
I know.
I hear talk about big and all that. I'm Muslim, they say big. I mean, so what put in watch just laugh.
No, if you're a Muslim, sir, he still get the right for tell the woman for say they go marry that woman, because according to the Muslim law, if you married 4 wives, you should be able to take care of all 4 equally. So you get the right, but do the procedure. Tell you wife, not the first wife, not the home. What we know?
No, look at Tina. Yeah, I don't say we all a bit on him. First of all, me not see the honorable as a role model. They're allowed to take that out of the case.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
They are not honorable. I mean, the honorable this title is an empty title. These guys are just bunch of drag money away, then go end up for vote for them, put them some side. That's it. They not get any honor on them. Not put that aside. But come put in their way wrong with this here, where I feel say, as much as we blame the man, we get for blame the woman as well. I know same name, I mean, all the man sit down here, most of them get for beat on me, but also the two sides today. This woman, first woman, but put in the way that guy excellent question the way the woman answer. I'm not saying Sunday don't want answer and fully say in the sense they struggle for answer him because they know the truth, but no one push up. Okay? Now we ask simple questions in that. The guy ask him. He tell the guy say the way meet him out picking them, and the man I might jump from woman to woman. The question is the woman wait immediately before in this woman come there. How that relationship been they go? Because to me it sounds like if I say that same way you run that woman there for this woman here. This woman will not say that honor na my girl safe. They get that small the same way this other one, but because this other woman don't go to school now, and just don't and then graduate in law school. Then just come out law school so. And I see
as a matter of fact, let me just put this in, because when female in Sierra Leone did the thorough investigation, we find out the reason why it can't unroof the house is because she's been threatening the woman make him move out now the house because he won't give the place to this new wife for making use them as in practice in a law firm.
Okay, I say, but put in the woman not come and not talk because you know what the truth now is. Now we ask yourself, this woman, the man don't left you say for 4 years. He said that was the man of the candy, the man not get you time, nothing they go on. What did they do this 4 years? What's the nobody? And when I forget say we the man and they don't want to also what they think. If anybody by joke say go tell a man, they say that woman they get be a man they can that was still we all business don't change. Even though this other woman know, but like you must say that man do other man. It's now all different category with they on, so all the different level they on. Secondly, even though that traditional married, we say the moment a man left that also that man for them immediately take illegal action. You get a lawyer, go na judge, but the woman take chance on faith. I decided not wait for her, which it's up to you. But when the disadvantage come, hold up to her, because overseas, no woman not go see now.
Could she have done so with the realization that he is a Muslim man, a practicing Muslim man, and in the Muslim tradition, he has rights to up to 4 wives as he chooses, so long as they can. Yes, he not ask him, but he get the right for married again. So therefore,
he get the right
to just married and not woman, it no matter.
The man tell and say, one time again. That's different from where you go marry another woman. When I not want you again.
But what did he do it?
You know what?
The process. Did he do the process?
The man for the process, and the woman for the process. The woman never do the man say no want to.
You don't want to man. No, you don't want to.
Okay, hold on. What's the process now?
Now you can call her for the woman. If you say you don't want the woman, now you they go see him people them back.
Now you they go see.
Make a land. Let me make a land. Just make it.
Okay, make it land. All man been gets their own term. All man been get their own term. Make it land.
Make a land. Okay. The point now is that woman's not for 4 years.
It's a woman of fear.
You not give chop money for 4 years. You see, don't like also the 4 years not get your money take care of. You not care about you. But you don't not to replace it for grab and take some action. First of all, they get step they do. Which these days are the first say when they say married, we all they go there and then sabi where the big agbada them pull the money because it's fine. But when they marry, they point like call them no they show up. So
well, that is the thing, because she has gone through all of that route already, trying to seek redress, trying to resolve the issue.
So
but
so if you don't go through that process, or no work, that don't tell you say this marriage is not working anymore. You need for moving next chance, take care of your picking because the mistake a woman make where you're not protecting picking and happen so. Because if that's the case, you file for divorce. That's
anyway.
It's something. Yes, ma'am.
No, Phil, waiting. I see where you're coming from. You get me? You see, but this woman, she's fine. The man don't go, he don't let him. And in then us with him picking them, he said, okay, fine, and they look me picking them. You get me? He still want the man, you understand, way like me and me for so long get machine orders anyway. You get me? Because they come and for don't get a machine orders. Who say don't let you for 4 years you picking them, which you want them back for. You get me? You see. But the woman say that traditional marriage I get, and I don't deal with them, I go deal with me picking them, it getting oaths. It is support the woman say the man they support, it is support in picking them. Now see, they can see them. In 4 years, they see them, but they support it. But the woman is fine because they get money for feeding picking them. It gets oaths. You see, so it live comfortably, you understand it? And you make one comment say, well, we don't know sometimes the woman gets safe, would that they can't fair now.
It no matter.
Well, who's right? Oh, wait a minute. Who's right? Wait. Who's right? You will don't move, you left you where you picking them. You go other side. Waiting you the moral grants or can dictate to you whether the canine oath, whether not the canine oath. She doesn't want to know whether the oath is owned by you or not. You left the house.
You talk from the logical point of view. You talk from the Salome point of view. These are two different things to talk about now. You talk about the Western logical point of view.
Of course.
The Western logical point of view, we know say the system here is working hardly. You not go do that. It's different from Salone. Salone also here, woman they build the same house. When I get everything that the man they can take in a door, if fling you na door, it take you picking from me, now they go nowhere. This we will talk about two different things. I think I talk to I don't stay at the Western life. Well, I don't stay at the West so much on our feet say how the West they work and so Salone. I mean, they look up from the Salone point of view inside Salone.
And to be honest, and to be honest, when you look at I understand Usaon to the commot, but solely and purely the Saiwon or to the commot na obaya. Inside Salone, though there are laws, the way they are applied are two different things. Waiting, see you they talk na true. If that woman they go get one brabina corner where they can knock down a net. Once he reach na that Monday in years, tin done. It no matter say na him be don't left amo. It no matter say na him be wrong amo. One thing. Na in us, na in this. But this was not the case. Like she said, I get two picking them. Who say I go with me two picking them? So if you don't go, make it go. So long as the host there, if they send money for feed the picking them for their school, I go manage.
Yes.
And that is actually the reality of women in most women in Sierra Leone, especially in the provinces. In the
there's still some steps. The point now is Fatima this now one thing you can get to when it's a woman in the touch and baby girl Fatima getting your problem. Fatima say getting your problem.
That is true.
You get your man problem the money now. Okay, so Fatima let to solve your man problem. The issue now is the woman can go now court. People have advised are gonna cut now and start the legal process. Now, instead of gonna allow this and make you get a lawyer, the man can stand the case, invite the man, and take actions against him. Period. And that's the way we go work. But it's all out of
share the property. They can share the property.
But this money say you want take you picking it, kick you picking it out for go get woman for make he can open a law practice. It sounds as if this man has complex in this lady. I think he get complex in this new qualified lawyer.
I think so.
He get complex. I think he get wait a minute. You they go wait a minute. You they go take you picking and make you picking a homeless for go get this woman make you. She's not even she's not even going to reside in the property. It's just to go use the property for office. How could you go and make your children homeless for go create office for somebody? I can understand say okay, so tell you one say the woman said the go tap you know get type for tap when I go tap play, but even that's not justifiable because the picking get for the side in the
not to see your then type my bokuna salon, okay? No, it's not I not assess the process. Most of them are when they go meet new woman, any other woman say go. I like you say go beat woman, go to every picking I do, and 2 a.m. picking I do. Them man them bokuna salon plenty. Anytime them boss pan new love, now they all thing they. The way I love the way they get back for taught you, like I taught back, then they fling on all I do. So all the 18 they go to a new one back. Now so now they life for that one day. Now they
the new love against being a lawyer. You don't know how people then get complex that name the LAWY.
Even as what I say is that even if this lawyer talk about
I'm going to look and say a lawyer I don't get so. I don't get lawyer. I they go marry a lawyer. So
what would I tell about is that they tell you say this 9 pay for 2 law school, but what I tell you, I see the way they dance. Even that relationship not for last. This time man as well not for last. Okay, I watch social media. You say you for Canada, you go for soon. After the man go the just begin become lawyer, begin make money, where they can listen to the man, they begin fit the man, you go something for happen. This not go far. I see. This thing don't
Yeah,
lawyer now, and
you can clearly tell by the body language and everything that that is a relationship. Listen, I don't fit on anybody's relationship, but sometimes body language can say a lot. You can clearly tell that this not the kind woman where get small notorieties, gain small feather, I get for cack pandamande like nobody's business. So I get for send and for send.
Mr. Nenga for pull the man do. Watch no more. This man
I agree with you.
But I don't want for delay. I want make we jump to we main topic of tonight. It's funny because we don't spend two topics there. We don't touch with main topic. I'm gonna go to we main topic of tonight. But to the lady, let me say something. My dear, there's something called the 3 Gender Acts of Sierra Leone, passed in 2007. Inside that 3 Gender Acts, there you get the Domestic Violence Act, you get the Devolution of Estate Act, and the Registration of Customary Marriages and Divorce Act. Your situation, all three fall under that 3 Gender Acts. Talk to the right people. I know say female in Sierra Leone they in contact with you. I know say female in Sierra Leone in collaboration with female in Africa and the Bo chapter, then don't re-roof you also. I want for tell them thank you. I want for tell Madam Emma or female in Sierra Leone thank you, and I want for tell the Bo women's chapter boku boku thank you for way then come for can cover their young sister in your shame. And I also know for say they don't put mechanism in place for make the refurbish or get some new furnitures then for you and you picking for make una go at least get a place for make una go put una aid. And then they call on any good heart Sierra Leonean we want for help. And this is the time where I say please, anyone listening to this show who has any form of donation, any form of aid for this woman and in picking them, reach out to female in Sierra Leone. I believe her name is Emma Kawa, the CEO and president of Female in Sierra Leone. Reach out to her, reach out to the secretary, when one of the presenters, then Ayaso, the UK chapter, when what's her name again? Conte, what's her name again? The lady from UK, Mr. CEO.
Nima Conte Toure.
Yes, Nima Conte Toure. Yes, Nima Conte Toure. Reach out to her. I want to tell female in Sierra Leone. I want to tell the Bo chapter and boku boku thank you. We una take una lapa cover una young company woman and try for pull and shame to female in Sierra Leone. I know say when una put una hand pan case una go. It no matter how long it take, it no matter the resources, you see it to the fullest. So therefore, I don't need to tell you what to do with those 3 acts. I am just putting it there. I know that already you una go don sort the right people then we're supposed to handle such matter, even with the honorable. So today, I'm not waiting for make a call I'm honorable, and I go say even with the dishonorable, because your acts are very, very dishonorable. So I go make una take up the issue with the dishonorable. We don't desecrate in picking them, because that's what he did. He desecrated his children. Make we left even the ala or the chamot way they between he and the woman. Those are your bloodlines. They are your responsibility. And you say you are a role model. Who are you modeling to? And what are you modeling? Me people them wanna be very careful who don't wanna they give power and who don't wanna they will power to. Anyways, I left this topic now, so I wish the lady good luck. This is a story I'll follow closely with Female in Sierra Leone to see the end and the end results. At these parts of the world, that person if we don't resign by now. Go get work, a team for call work, or parliament for attend. But we know the parts of the world who say we come out. We get for go dear. But we not go sit down. We fall we and fall we foot. make them beat Gumbe on top we aid. Now, my dear people, let us go to our main topic of tonight. I go open the phone lines if anybody want call and give them contributions. But we are sitting on the main topic for tonight, which is the mayor of Freetown, Yvonne Aki-Sawyer's comment. Was it tribalism or was it frustration? We get something them we'll go get for listen to, we get something them we'll go get for read. But I want Iban at the table. I go to Madam Kadi Johnson. I asked the question at the beginning of the show and I go ask the question again at the end of the show. The mayor's comment, tribalism or frustration?
Frustration.
Frustration. I move on to Madam Selo. The mayor's comment, tribalism or frustration?
I will say both.
She is on both, so we have a divided split here for the middle panel. I will go to see you. Tribalism or frustration?
Well, I'll say neither one. For me, it's more politics.
Okay, so we have three divide. I love this. Oh, I love this. These are the shows I love.
No, Matilda.
Yes.
Matilda. I am in for frustration as well as politics because you only asked me two questions, either frustration or tribalism. So I had to choose one.
You have to choose one.
No, if you had included politics, I would have gone for politics and frustration both. Frustration and politics.
Okay, so here we have it. Again, we are divided, split. Okay, so now first panelist says frustration and politics. Second panelist says tribalism and frustration. Third panelist says frustration and politics. Wow. Okay, so we have two panelists on the same side right now, frustration and politics, and we have one that is split right in the middle that says tribalism, a little bit of tribalism and a little bit of frustration. I know that you all are waiting to hear what Matilda thinks. Wait till the end of the show and you will hear my views and thoughts on this. I will go straight to we technical team, make we technical team play a short clip of an interview, make we all be this go set the tone for make we begin talk this talk.
Which I think we can, I cannot, host the meal without talking about that briefly. So how did that happen?
Thanks, Remy. Let me start off by saying that yesterday I issued a statement. I issued a statement in which I explained that the audio had been, I think I used the word edited, selected elements.
It's your voice.
It's my voice. Selected elements. And I also said that the way it was put together was done to infer that I'm tribalistic and I have something against people who are Mende. And I rebutted that completely, rejected it completely. But I also apologize, and I do again, for those who heard it and were hurt, because I know that in Freetown, we have Freetonians from all over our country. That's why I don't talk about citizens, I talk about residents, because everybody who lives here is a Freetonian, and they come from everywhere. But I said that it was taken out of context. I want to explain what I mean by that. Yeah. What happened was that the reference to Mr. Kaikai was the reference to a gentleman who was one of two people posted to FCC. There was, last year, a process started by the Local Government Service Commission of recruiting staff for the councils. The Local Council Association, LOCASO, which is the association of all mayors and chairpersons, responded and said, according to the Local Government Act, we, the councils, are supposed to recruit our own staff in consultation with the Local Government Service Commission, not the Local Government Service Commission recruiting in consultation or telling us afterwards and posting the staff to us. That process began last year. It went back and forth. There was a meeting with Parliament. They were told to go back to the drawing board, but the process continued. And in February, there were postings made. And like every other council in the country, FCC received postings. Like I said, 2 people were posted. Mr. Peter Koroma, who was posted as a deputy CA, Mr. Mustafa Kemokai, who was posted as head of sanitation, environment sanitation officer. And the postings were done and resulted in Locasso putting out a press release. This was not partisan. This was not regional. This was the mayors and chairpersons in Sierra Leone standing together and saying, we believe in decentralization, and we believe if the Local Government Act says that we should do the recruiting ourselves, that's what should happen. So that press release, there was back and forth. But in the meantime, the postings were done in early February. Because of the back and forth, there were, I believe you even hosted executive members of Locasso here at AYV. They were on SLBC. We were all over. This is an English program. I don't know if I should speak in Creole to make sure people understand. So then the people then come. And Locasso say, no. And Locasso, we come from all sides. APC, SLPP, NGC, C4C, waiting that we own focus, decentralization. If the local government acts saying, are we for recruits? Then are we for recruits? Because you were the recruit you person, now you the person go answer to. If the other person they recruit, over time, they may not still say, it gets difficult for we able get one ordinary councils, because if not to you recruits, person go say no to you call me. So when we pull that press release and we get an emergency meeting, they say let all man go back and tell the people that wait and call, stay for calm, let them wait first. FCC, we did that. On the 10th of February, we hold emergency meeting. We pass a resolution, say, the one day wait and send calm, let them sit down. We need to resolve this issue between Locasso and the Local Government Service Commission. What happened? Right across the country, and I know because I speak to my colleagues, the one day we then post, now the other councils, then go sit down. They say we go wait. Let the Locasso and the Local Government Service Commission, let them eye on this thing out. Let them know how will it go forward. We go wait. In my case, it didn't happen like that. Mr. Peter Koroma and Mr. Mustafa Kemokai, the 2 people posted to me, then continue for Kana Council, even though they had the resolution, even though the deputy mayor and councillors engage, then continue for the council. And it go beyond that. After this, they were allocated offices. So the chief administrator, by the chief administrator, he gave an office. So this is, we don't say go sit down. You come, you get office. I say, no, this is not right. In fact, I was in Parliament with other colleagues of Locasso when I got a message that when I had asked for the offices to be withdrawn, it was met with confrontation. So I will therefore send a councillor say, go find out. So they were asked to leave the offices because this thing is ongoing with all the councils. They left, in the end, we may therefore pull the furniture, but they're all the key. So you see the dynamics. So this conversation, which was leaked, in which I said, when the audio, which left out all of this bit about the fact that, they had been asked to go home, to wait, and there was this, can you imagine we have all the staff in council. The mayor and the council have said, please wait. You say, no, I'm coming to the council every day. Not so you are they listen to. When they were engaged by councillors, they said, no, we're not listening to the mayor say, we're not listening to the councillors say, we listen to the chief administrator say. So you will have this sort of, am I the mayor? Am I in charge? So that was what was going on. And mind you, this not happen at any other council. This kind of, situation. So coming on, Parliament call we back. And Parliament say, go back to the Act, but let the Local Government Service Commission and the councils engage. We had that engagement on the 2nd of March. This audio was before I was explaining. And my point was, I said, if as sanitation, everybody knows sanitation is my flagship. Yeah. I go say to him, Mr. Kemokai, I want you to do so and so. If you have consistently, if I've been passing a message and you've been saying no, you're not reporting to me, where does that leave me? You go say no. And that was the message that was being given, not Kemokai in a random sense, in a tribal sense, in a use of a name from a region. No, this is a specific individual, specifically in relation to the enforcement division, the sanitation division. It was a specific reference that the fact that the parliament don't say, then support the Locasso position that we should not, that we should go back to the drawing board. So on the 2nd of March, there was so I wanted to let you know, that audio was before the 2nd of March, it was in February. That conversation, which obviously somebody, you know.
Because they actually created sparks. Somebody will ask whether the words say the mayor talk to me now.
When I try to tell you, I say, my words were, if I ask Mr. Kemokai, when I'm in flagship, I say to Mr. Kemokai, do so and so. Mr. Kemokai will say, okay, I was flippant. I was frustrated and I was flippant, you know, because I want to also say, I said no. But that's the reason I apologize. Because the way it was, you don't even know, say there's somebody called Mr. Kemokai. The way how people then they talk. Like they talk about somebody from region. From a region, no. There was a specific individual who for 6 weeks refused to recognize in that whole time. I never met him. He and Mr. Koroma, they never came to my office. Never. Never. So on Monday of last week, first let me tell you what happened on the 2nd of March. On the 2nd of March, there was a meeting at the ministry. The ministers say, let me move on. And all of we as council, as local government, we all say, okay, in the interest of peace, let's move on, but on the understanding that going forward, councils will recruit their staff. So at that meeting, meet him up now. This is now the 2nd of March. I'm talking about that audio was like in February, when I was trying to explain that at that point, Parliament don't say, let's go back to the drawing board. We had not gone back to the drawing board yet, but I was explaining my frustration that this is people who have been coming here. I've been saying, and that part was left out, but I've been saying to you, we have a resolution. The highest authority in council is council. If council has passed a resolution to say, please wait, but you come every day and you sign the register every day and you let every other staff know that you're not listening to what the mayor says, you know, that was the frustration. So coming now to the 2nd of March, ministers say, yeah, we put everything behind. We all agree. But at TIMAP, and I say, every other possible I don't hear it talk, they all explain, say, their young people then go wait. I said, but me on they not agree wait.
That was after, and I don't make the agreement with all the mayor, chairperson as well, that okay, let allow these guys who
that was on the 2nd of March. So we at that meeting now we agree, say let Oman come. But at Timap and say, in my own case, it's different. Because whereas when everybody been telling people they let them go wait, me own then take that defiant attitude. Just imagine the mayor don't say, we don't pass a resolution, councils don't meet you, you don't ever can talk to the mayor, but you can at the council every day. So on that 2nd of March, I stood up and I gave an impassioned plea to say there is a clash of leadership, which will be reinforced if these guys come. Not about tribe. Nobody ever mentioned tribe in all of those weeks of discussion. Nobody ever mentioned region. It was never the issue. The issue was the process initially. Then when we accept, say, we go left this process, we go do our next time, the next issue was mayor's case. So the minister said, let's have a side meeting. We had a side meeting. I was supported by other executive members of Locasso. In fact, one of them stood up in the meeting and said, you know, waiting happened with mayor. It's wrong. This situation, you cannot have a situation where the staff blatantly say, no, they're not answerable to you. We need to have engagement, mayor situation. We're not going to just let Oman go back. So that was where we were. And I wrote a letter to confirm that on Monday of this week. The local government.
Okay, so most people then go ask what happened. He wrote a letter for confirm waiting and talk. Then the next day, when he sent the letter, the next day in the morning, somebody leaked a tape who say he talk wetin he bin dey talk. But make I go to my panelists. Wetin na una own take about this situation? Was it because I mean some of we have we don't get people them under we don't work under we, or we don't get staff them who they manage and whatnot. On one hand, the mayor was talking about the blatant display of insubordination. On another hand, they talk about the manipulation of in office and in authority. And then on another hand, we also see, the utterances of something where people, categorize as tribalistic. Madam Kadi Johnson, I give the word to you.
Well, first of all, make it clear here. I've always been against tribalism. Two things were not the support. I'm not the support corruption, I'm not the support tribalism at all. So let make it clear here. And I want to make it clear here that I don't know the mayor. I have seen the mayor and I have spoken to her. Well, in fact, I did not speak to her. Yes, I think for like a few seconds. That was when she came to the UK, when she was campaigning to become a mayor. You see, so I was in a gathering, we were there. So she was going around the tables talking to everybody. That's the very first time I saw her. That's the very first time I knew this is somebody, this person wants to compete for the mayorship or something, contest for the mayorship. And then she came to our table, introduced herself. You see, yes, my husband was sitting there and other people. That was when we spoke. They said, "Oh, now you want him up there, which you name?" I said, "Okay, that's fine." I said, "I like with woman and it." That was it. I've never spoken to that mayor. I've never seen her again ever. So I'm making it clear here. So I want to come out plain now and let people know what I think about this whole situation. Yvonne, yes, so far, she doesn't come across like somebody who is a tribalist at all. You see, having watched the video, this is not the first time this lady has been humiliated. You see, the Honorable Minister Tambalamina, I will reference Tambalamina here because I know him very well and he knows me very well. There is no way Tambalamina would accept anyone to behave to him in the manner in which they have behaved to this mayor in this context, in the current situation where two people came to his office without her involvement at all. You see? And it's like the first two people that Samanamina would never have accepted that, because I know Samanamina had a very good job in this country. You see, there is no way Samanamina would have accepted that anyway. You see, so nobody would accept that, not even me. How could it's like you have your own house, you have your home, and then you send somebody to your home, you say that person they go sit on your house. You see, whether you like it, a goodie. And then the person came to my house without even saying hello to me, and I'm off. You see, she is an elected mayor. You know, this country, I'm fed up with this country, you understand? I always believe that Yiva Akisoya, you know, she is, I feel sorry for her, you understand? Because they are after her for two reasons. I've always maintained that, you see, because she's a woman, they see her as a weak, as some softies. Unfortunately now, she came across as a very strong woman, and she is a very strong woman indeed, you see. Secondly, you see, because she is a mayor under another ticket, not under the SLPP. I want to think that if Akisoya had been a mayor under the SLPP, she would not have experienced all the things that she's experienced. That's for sure. I remember seeing Akisoya being humiliated, being attacked by some minister. I can't remember. I think Tondo Na or something. Whether the person was a minister or something. Yet openly, everybody saw it when she newly became elected. You understand? When she was newly elected, we all saw that. This woman has been beaten in the sense that I think her or something. Yes, because her the SLPP office, she suffered a lot, you see. This woman has been deprived from funds that will help her to do her job, you see, to do her job, the job she was elected to do. This government has providing all the funds. I remember, you see, I did audios in the past. I'm knowing this Akisoya. I did audios in the past in which Alpha Saidu Bangura came up with some statements, you see, in which Alpha Saidu Bangura, maybe with the blessing, also, although the minister came at some point and said he's not against afterwards even what to do, it's just that he was thinking about the suffering. You see, but in which they accuse her that she needs to go and consult with the minister. She should take permission. No, she doesn't need to take permission. She has every right to employ anyone she wants to employ, so long as she employs lawfully. You see, it's her right, it's a place, you see. She doesn't need permission from nobody. You understand? And in actual fact, it's the minister who is required to seek consultation with the Ministry of Finance. You see, and then he will set his guideline. That guideline will help the mayor to do whatever she wants to do. There's a guideline, but that doesn't mean that the mayor is going to go ask, and the mayor will go there to ask permission or employ. No, she has every right to employ whoever she wants to employ. And for them to go and employ someone, send it to her department, even though, in fact, when that man was sent there, when they sent the man there at the department, the mayor not just say, I don't want you, I don't want you, I don't want you. He sent back say, because there's a problem, let them wait first, let them solve the problem. Now that he said, oh, he said there's a problem. The son where the woman team up now say, I don't want her, because now where the woman they go disrespect her openly, and this is one woman where it gets so many people where they walk under them. If they allow one person for go humiliate and that way they go disrespect and that way other people are likely to follow suit. And I do agree with her that way it stand firm, it stand in ground, because I would have taken the same stand. You understand? Stands where it's him up say I not go agree. Particularly the sad thing about the whole thing is the whole thing other mayors themselves go through that, but they allow them. And then now they not allow them. I'm telling you where I think politics comes into it. The politics side of it is this. You see, Freetown is a very, very popular Freetown, you see, and from experience, you see, the other side has been winning Freetown all along, you see. And it is so obvious that this current government, whom I've supported, this current government are seeking ways to kick this mayor out. And what I think, this is my own personal opinion, and I don't think I'm wrong, you understand? Yeah, people will say I'm wrong, but this is, I believe, is right. You understand? They're trying to frustrate her so she could leave, and then they get their own someone that they want to put there, and then that person is there. Can you imagine the chairman, the chairperson, is it called chairperson or chair something, telling this man, allocating tables, allocating offices to this Mr. Kemokai and this Peter?
The chief administrator, I believe.
Yes. Chief administrator, you understand? Unless una correct me, oh, na the boss to Yvonne. Una correct
no,
me,
not na the boss, no, Yvonne na in boss.
But I'm not saying I'm boss, but one Lord corrects me and one gets her wrong. It's even it make matters worse. You were there under Yvonne. Now you the go tell somebody. That means that man they know something. He knows something. It must be said in a pattern accomplish to something whether they plan on for kick Yvonne out, for pull him out. You understand? You see, he knows something. With regards to this tribalist thing where they say Yvonne make, you understand? Okay. I know Yvonne talk about private, but they claim that social media say he Yvonne talk about Kemokai, you know. If one refer to one particular person where he don't they deal with this person, don't they disrespect them, don't they humiliate them, one put respect, don't they take others, he taking office like na Iyon. Wait to make he do that one day, you understand? Wait to make he do that. Not because he knows say most of the people that were there in power, you understand, belong to a certain tribe, you get me? So he can get away with that. You get me? It can get away with that, and we don't know whether the man where they when I can give position to the other people there. We don't even know who's himself belong. You see, but why may say no to tribalists? You see, because even get about 12 people that day, 9 of them are from the southeastern region. You see, and I was even shocked for Yerisef say in Mamana Mende. You see, although that not mean say you can Mama can be Mende, then you still be a tribalist. You see, it just sounds like my people and they and people and white and TBAs, you get me? So it doesn't follow, you see. But when we see and say that audio say in Mamana Mende, and all that. Then in Papa said, spend time in about town, you see. And you not come across that way. Sometimes with this man also frustrate him and everything. So even it's just surrounded by most of the people they are people they come out of that area they now, you understand it. So if he can, then he can't map say, I'm not going to do what you do. What I want to do now they do. You understand? Excuse me. If Nabi nine kind country they also like they don't give that particular if that chairman day or what they call them, you see, they don't even sack them, they don't ask a Lego because not to kind of more and Mr. Peter and good disrespect now. Now the top man, the other man where they encourage them because they say if not sell you three so they buy you. You see, that's the thing. That man is equally responsible. And I don't think for let them say Yvonne for go resign. First of all, she did the decent thing. You understand? Where he come, he apologize. This is not an easy thing to do. You understand? Because normally you can't just in situations like this. I admire them. In situations like this, it's not the sort of thing you can just come and say, I apologize. Because your apology, yes, you don't apologize, you see. You wait for the right time, you understand? Not at the time, you see. But I suppose because she was so concerned because she's not a tribalist, she doesn't want people to see her as a tribalist and all that. And then she made the apology. But when I listened to it, the apology did not say that I'm apologizing because I say people are because of tribalism. She apologized because whatever that was portrayed on social media may have hurt people. Some people they go down vex and go down ask them because all man they talk then you. So in Canada they big say, okay, for them people them where they think hot, sorry. Now normal they say sorry, but that not means it's not an admission of guilt for say they are tribalists. That is not an admission of guilt. You get me? But I admire them because it gets the bold mind for camp and say that with some people know they do that. We don't hear again at this particular government. So many things don't happen. Who still not don't hear anybody apologize? You understand? So many things that happen. Yes.
I go hold you thoughts. Make I go to Madam Sello because Madam Sello got an opposing view from your view, and then I go come to see you because you and CEO then are the same view. So Madam Sello, I want to make you lay you reason as to why you say tribalism and at the same time frustration.
Yeah, according to waiting Mami Soya, actually, first of all, make I just explain this. Coincidentally, that morning when we see this information, somebody put, I think Fadima put some question out there for say, if Akinsoya and Fatima, oh my God, would I go vote for? So as I wake, so I put my phone on the first thing I seen that question, and they don't write on my bed. Now I say me, I go vote for Akinsoya 100%. You know, I say I can do that with that. I say, why you go connect Fatima and Akinsoya together? That's not fair. Akinsoya they win daily. Whatever it is, Akinsoya go win them because she's a woman that really, you know, that's just the light side of it. First of all, let me put this here. Akinsoya is an icon for women in Sierra Leone. You understand? She has been the strongest woman I don't ever see in Sierra Leone politics. They don't able for withstand everything where they don't try for make sure say they pull her in condition, put her outside the war for put her. But she has never relented. She has been very strong. And I really applaud her for that. I wish she would continue with this, you know. And despite people that they go on air and they talk Akinsoya for resign, I don't really want to resign. That's not what I'm talking about here. But to me, let's just go straight to the point. The reason why I make her talk say that tribalist is because of that comment, that particular comment. Buwabi say. Now Mende man no they talk so. No other tribe na Salone they talk Buwabi say. Pass Mende man. If you be like I call Mr. Kemokai name, that's fine. I'm not going for work with Mr. Kemokai because of so and so and so and so reason. She has the right to say that. Now, if he said specifically Mr. Kemokai, because he mentioned specifically Mr. Kemokai name, and anybody you get right for whether you want for deal with, whether you don't want work with, whether you don't want talk to you get the right for make that comment. But the one who spoil the whole thing, I go say Buwabi say. That means I don't want to work. To me, that's what the implication is. I don't want to work with Mr. Kemokai, and other people who are the likes of him. And who are these people? People that say Buwabi say. So of everything we don't do, of everything we don't really happen surrounding the situation. Because according to my understanding, there is not much really I would say I really know about this situation. But what me know with the explanation where it says give listen to. Now where okay, let's say they try for that thing they try for hire, like the way my sister be they talk now. So they try for hire people then at the council. And the admin there also decide for go bring 2 people them where he give say they for work with them. And I think say I can say I forget the right for employ the people they go for work with her. She is a mayor. Therefore, give that chance there for make sure say he make that decision on her own. The idea where Sierra Leone get for say, na me young person this, put am pandandi. Na me young person this, give am this job. They get for stop. Now that they make corruption, no they done a Salone. Now that they make people they know they do them work competently because na the person now the mommy get the job. A job like that, make them put out advert. Make them call people, let them put out the advert, the qualified people then go come for the interview. But for let them begin to take, say, you go take this person. You give na me on 2 person, this one I don't bring. Na me on 4 person, this one I don't bring. And you know, he not call for. Now that they make look like the treatment now when Mr. Kemokabi they already give Yvonne. Even though she is the mayor, because not only employer, wait, you don't even want to listen to the woman. You don't even work with the woman yet, but you don't even want to listen to her. But this person ain't get for be boss. So I think that was not fair for her. And I see the frustration come too. Of the 11 workers away getting 9 of them are all Mendes. You would not want to add another 2 more to make it 12, 10. Or 10, 11. Well, what about the other people? What about the other tribes? But I wish she couldn't have said that particular statement. For me, what she said does not warrant really her for her to resign. No, I'm not looking forward to that. But why he make that particular comment? As a leader and somebody where they're in a position like that, you have to be very careful in whatever you think, do, and say. I can team up here talk any nonsense I want to talk. Then we just say, oh, now so I say, don't talk. I not get nothing, I not get pumpe, I not get nothing, I not get before, I not get bien. No, nothing. We go say, oh, this. But for the fact that she said it, it goes a long way. And that no means say for me for resign. Because if you want let Akinsanya resign, let the president first resign. And all the others the way they in a cabinet deal with them. Because you see the tribalism is really entrenched into this particular government. And that's something that I think we should find a way to see how they can stop them. But that na me on take no more. For say yeah, she was tribalistic for mention that specific thing there. And of course there's frustration in it. And politics have just make it now. It don't blow out of proportion because of the political situation we surround us well. Because our APC, what do you expect? They go blow out of proportion. Eh? Yeah.
Okay. Mr. CEO, make you land.
Yes, ma'am. I think I pulled a 20-minute video this morning concerning this issue. We encourage people to go and watch it because I know we'll talk about everything we'll talk on the video now. Yeah? But I will clarify some things and I will give people some things to understand. Are we tribalistic in Sierra Leone? Sometimes the Creole word they make before we mix up things them. English word is easy for label to get the definition and dance into them. We get tribalism, we get tribal sentiment, and then we get stigma. I think it's the Creole make with the mix sense in sometimes the way they run into but putting in there. Sierra Leone, I'm not think say we're more tribalistic as much as they say these people in tribal, many people in tribal, this and that, are not think so tribalistic. I think say politics make them a little bit more it look like that, with tribal sentiment we don't used to and stigma. Because we can stigmatize so many things but according to a tribe. That can make the thing then box up now we are. So the easiest way to paint everything is tribal. Lord, I just want to clarify that. Because I don't know, plenty of talk say people in tribal, but Salone are more political than tribal. Plenty people when they get job, not because they're when they get job, when they get a job because of them political affiliation. If you now marry they carry the SAP card, you go for a job. I don't care which tribe you come from, then they give you. If you now mandate my win APC, we not in SAP, you go for the job and they give you. In most cases.
Okay.
So that
Make
not
I hold you there even as you dey talk. People, listeners, the phone lines are open. 2 minutes each, please. 2 minutes each for add your own 2 cents inside. 2 minutes each, even as we dey continue this show. Go ahead, see you.
So now let me go back to this old Miss Yvonne thing. Anyhow, we look at if Miss Yvonne in the West, she should have resigned. Make no sugarcoat her. As much as I want for defend her in so many ways, if she was in the West and used this kind of word, we for the last right now the protest say she should have resigned because of the poor choice of words. The reason why is not of say we put leaders on different pedestal. When you get frustrated, what they say leadership come with temperament. I didn't tell the worker. A leadership come with temperament. Sometimes you vex as a leader. They tell you say a good leader, what you do is slow to speak. Sometimes the ego can go trouble. So, but putting away again, if I'm listening to the video, I'm defending them and I say, no business for resign. For several reasons, we're not supposed to resign. Because of what you do, even be 1/10 of waiting, most of them asking for resign don't do. At least in gets the moral courage and compass to say, I'm wrong, I apologize. How many of them are even supporting apologies in their life? The Tamalamina where they go get in what is in a BBC. Tamalamina not to them go fetch na corner for ordinary begging. They go chap, they want to kill us for waiting. Because it's in the midst of local government, now for begging the body, somebody can take the body now. Just for ordinary body. Because of it one shots and I get the power. Now in the man way on top. If he say Sansman now for topper, then start people them there. So if he's even at Tabalamina now even in office and do they can say you go take him with him. He not go take her. Tabalamina ego big past Freetown. Man, I ain't the talk now say even for step down. I didn't say what they talk about. The thing is that this whole thing is about politics. Then they try for bully Yvonne because they want Freetown. They want deliver Freetown. Freetown, if they never don't work with Yvonne because Yvonne transform Freetown, Yvonne they get the praise. Yvonne self now woman's way self is strong inside one the political power. Because even inside the APC, they don't like her. The silver blood, they all the fight Eva. They all the fight her because in between themselves, they don't like her because they know say himself in ID up. So this now if a tug of war they go on. Instead of they play politics with SAPP because some side in the way they twist the hand and that they piss the SAPP off. This now a heavy war they fight. Instead not of us say innocent. They all they play the politics now, but the SAPP they overplay their hand. Then they overplay their own hand, and this go for backfire on them. Because at the end of the day, even first of all, as a woman, then facing a soft target, she's not a soft target because when she come out there and appeal to people, them with the sorry for her more than demand them, and with the still accident, then they bully her, with the still accident, then they suffocate her, and when that happen, every way they do wrong, we will sympathize with her. And this is SAPP don't understand. This the power system not outside the work, and that power ideology they want for install for Poland, and if they try that, it go backfire. Then go win the battle. Then go win the battle. But then go lost the war. If they force them for Poland, that battle for that day, then go win, but then go lost the war. And when they lost the war, then go lost the election. They go for be careful. And the frustration now is that if they give Yvonne the money, it make Freetown fine, Yvonne they get the praise, APC will get the praise. They not give Yvonne the money, Yvonne will come back say they're not going to give him the money, and they make Freetown not fine. Freetown will turn against them. So either way, now dilemma for them. This is not the money there right now. This 90 money.
Well, yeah, because I remember about a year or so ago where I be make a show and I plead to the presidency. I make a plea to the presidency, say, listen, when I don't hold up this woman money. At that time, I think it was about a year, almost 2 years into the presidency, where out of frustration, you get to tell people, they say, listen, they're not they give me full money. Then they give me half year. Sometimes I don't get anything at all. And at that point, she was even backlogged in payment. And I come and I challenge and talk to the Minister of Finance and say, listen, if every other agency, department, and ministry, they get the money, why make City Council not forget their own share for do the work? where they're supposed to do for the Freetonians them. Because the Freetonians are not only made up of APC people, they are made up of people with, all side. The one that went inside, the one that went not inside, the one that went a watermelon, or the one that went not a watermelon, all man the inside. So you cannot penalize the woman and prevent and needed finances just because you think you are playing a political game. So this continues suppression. Yeah, this continues suppression on her moving forward, and then somehow it devises a tactic where say una no one give me money, I'm going to start writing projects and sending projects to the international community. Would I pick them up for can help me pick them up? And when they realize that, and this woman is a skilled project implementer, that is her background. She's run millions and millions of projects, with billions of dollars. So for making put projects together and nothing, they do and sleep. When they realize the power of a resource and how determined she is, that is when they started playing ball. Why? I understand politics, but this was for the people. When time reach for play politics, you can play politics, but stop using the people and gamble with the people.
Well, something that is simple and they fail for realize. Make I put something here. Even as a mayor, that means that she's the paramount chief of the Western Rural. She's the paramount chief of Freetown. Okay, every countryman where they can talk so, we the countryman them. If now paramount chief then treat so, if now we on paramount chief them in treat so now we village them. I promise you, say, would they set the whole town on fire? Let me stop the hypocrisy lie. Okay, what seems even that I tell you, if now a society would say she's supposed to resign immediately, but at the same time, Lord will say the truth there. They can't disrespect and not put towards this woman as a mayor of that city there, as the chief of that city there. If now we don't constitute them in a village, or they put now we they dance with, or they go kill cow for, or they kill, or they give virgin them to. When we know saying sleep with virgin picking when on the age, would they dance for them back? Them in the FTI so would they burn the entire town. So now we stop this. The point now is that the politics and the disrespect is too much. Even a politician, he gets in your fault. We will give him your fault. But at the same time, as a woman, as somebody where the people then elect, then go now pool, then vote for them, then get that power, they give them the respect we deserve. Left the politics for now. Next election, when I find a better candidate, when I feel say you go better pass them, when I put on it. But for now, another benefit Freetown, another benefit Salone, because in Freetown for better, because of politics, Freetown not getting right now. The way Freetown was supposed to fine, because of politics, Freetown not going to fine. So it's unfortunate, and both sides get for loss, and when the citizens get for loss more. So me, this is I feel say instead from now on, because if me and my man work for Yvonne, I will feel offended. Say. If you give me position, I will be me the border there. Mrs. will feel offended. At that point, I feel say an apology. If I don't go further more and do a more sincere apology, now I'm go say. But either way, actually, the politics too much to this.
Let me say something
here. Okay, 1 minute,
Madam
Kari Johnson. I want to go to the callers then. 1 minute.
Okay, Becca, let you go to the callers then. Yes.
Okay.
Wait till me one say here. Wait till me one say here is this. You get me? When you look at this, she's got 12 people there, you see, and then 9 come on the southeast. And when they sack nobody, when they tell anybody what we at them, when they do anything. But then so they suppress them from central government, don't they suppress them and they get within a central government about 98% of central government just rough.
Miss Johnson, because the problem is, Miss Johnson, I understand saying but the problem is where you use the word who are say that means that the mandate people are normally suppress them. The central government
No, that's not what I'm saying. No, let me finish. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying here is, you understand, when you look at the suppression, really, to be honest, let's be honest, the one way they suppress them, 98% of them are mandate. That not means say mandate and tribalism so become the best party than a mandate. You get me? The best party than a mandate. You get me? You see? But when you look at over 90% of which other than did power and mandate, You see, that they impose
It does
themselves
not
now.
matter at this point, Mami
No, let me
Johnson.
finish. Let me
It
finish.
not really matter.
No, let me finish. No. I'm making a point here. I'm not saying it doesn't matter because anybody can come and put it of your people. I want people to see where she's coming through, where she's coming from. You understand? You see, because over 90% of them, we all know that the world say, that the country say, over 90% of them belong to that particular tribe. But maybe if they say something 90% are good in their own tribe. You see, but we just to talk about current situations now, waiting they happen. Over 90% of them belong to that tribe. And these are the very people
let me go to the callers, please.
These are the people where they suppress Yvonne now. So now that suppression, they will say, see, I'm not a Kemokai can now. When I can't talk, you get me. You see, so she don't, because they don't put up and say, them bully her because she doesn't belong to that tribe. Them bully her. You see, for two things.
But the truth is, no matter how them bully her, she has no right to do her business. There's no right. As a leader, you don't have no right. There's no right. There's no room for that.
To say that.
No, that's as a leader. No, listen, as a leader,
let me go to the caller. Let me go to the
as a leader. No, listen, before you go callers, that make it clear. As a leader, nobody me are they against tribalist statements and anyway, you get me. But when I decide for say, as a leader, you see, you know when you make comments say if not be in the Western world, like if I don't retire, like you don't resign. You get
They don't resign,
but
yeah.
Listen, let me finish.
I disagree with you all on that point that if it was in the Western world, she would have resigned. But I get me reason why, but I go candid.
No, I disagree. Let me make my point. You see, I disagree with Una. You understand?
I know one for all the caller them. Can you hold your thoughts?
But the caller they go want condemn me. See, so make them clear. Let them understand before they condemn me. You see, yes.
Not necessarily.
Yes. In the Western world, you understand me? In the Western world, you get me? They go only is like they go look if the way the thing away it don't go through, they don't beat them in a way, wound them. You see,
they don't look at nobody may look that.
Listen, then they go no wait, then they go interfere back again. You see that's what they call provocation. She was provoked. You understand it? Provocation is next to mother. She was
provoked.
So she was provoked.
Okay, I will bring the callers in.
It's not on the spot of the moment.
I will bring the callers
of the moment.
I will bring the callers in. Let me bring the callers in.
Yes.
Caller, waiting on a name. I say waiting on a name. Caller, waiting on your name and who say you the call from?
I mean, I call from US.
Okay, 2 minutes, please. What do you get for we this evening?
Thank you, Miss Maltida, all the panelists there. Una thank you, God bless you now. Okay, for know what you go na Salone. Straight to the point, don't waste me 2 minutes. You know, the mayor, he do mistake when he comments, especially when he measure about how many people are in the grid, then they do mistake on that side. But we na man, we're not perfect. Anyway, they do mistake. If the mayor don't do that mistake, he come out plainly, he apologize. Lord forgive her. And I first mistake this way do, we me remember. Lord forgive her and move on. If we say would they play anything from politics, like if they say for resign because of it do that statement, if we don't start from the president. Because the president at the head of that country they as a caretaker, because not get for you the everlasting, me call a caretaker. If that president they go na Lunge, he say he they go turn sword for the airport. Look the statements where he go talk there. As a leader,
thank you very much, caller. You don't pull one check mark na me closing.
Yes. Look the statement where he talk there. That day, na a division na the country. You as a leader, wait for don't count people them together. For heal people at the heart there. Let people them forget what if you don't pass. Look what he go talk there. Nobody don't say anything. Go na the way na I don't know if na Kailawa, no remember again the district where he go. From the beginning to the end, now Mende, now he talk. Say he don't in speech. He wanted me say them people they talk to now all many people are Mende. Other people they don't sabi it, don't sabi talk Mende when they understand the Mende. Why you do that one day? Nobody no question now. Fatima don't tell we say now only SLBP member there. Now them be true Salonian. Nobody no question now. I feel pity where I see Mambu where they call themselves civil society. Salona. AY if they talk say. The way for resign, if not resign, then they stage a protest. Come on now. Lord respect woman them. No respect woman there. We the man we don't fail.
Okay, thank you very much, caller. The caller they make some salient points. Them try like for say it been kind of me notebook. They read me notes them, but it's not bad again. More they go no more. Next caller. Waiting are your name and who say they call from?
Hello?
Yes, caller. Waiting are your name and who say they call from?
Yeah, this is not Mike. I come from Philadelphia.
Okay, Mike, go ahead. You get 2 minutes.
Yeah, but I'm glad you the mayor apologize, but I think the mayor issue not to the most pressing issue in the country. The country need light, it need water. Let them left for the distract you or divert your attention from the needs of the country. People when they thief for money, then they try to distract you. We don't need distraction. When I left for the disrespect the mayor in that country, a woman, when we forget respect for woman in that country, I don't they will not realize it. We as Sierra Leoneans will continuously disrespect women there, and we expect them for put them in power. Not fair what you do to the mayor. Let them left for the thief for money. We need we money back, okay? And let them debate on this auditor general report. Then I don't they will need. We don't need this distraction. All man knows say we all get some type of tribal thing where they go on. 90% of President BOA administration and one tribe. We know that the military right now. Most of the people who hold higher position now one tribe. The police is the same thing. The thing they go on all over the country. The way the mayor talks something, all man they jump on the mayor. What thing the president don't do? What did the president don't do? The president can't inside power. They not say the country divided because of the way in bring your own politics in. He say they can't unite the country. Say they don't unite the country. All the killing will go on. All the tribal thing will go on. Do nothing. But they still they emphasize on the mayor. Now the president now get the issue at this place, at this country as well. But we not they see that they not distract you. We don't need distraction. Let them bring back home money when they thief. When they know they do nothing at the country. And then they will need. Yeah? Let them left the mayor. The mayor they doing job. Kudos to the mayor. Let him not resign. No need for resign. If not another apology, let's make another apology. That's all we need. But let him not distract you. We don't need that. So I'm your contribution on it.
Thank you, caller. I will go to the next caller. Caller, waiting at your name and who say you call from?
Okay, thank you. My name is Brenda. They call from London.
Okay, go ahead. Brenda, 2 minutes.
I'm one for talk. So I they come to the main point. Yeah, this mayor, yeah, when I say it's about blah blah blah. Yeah, myself and a citizen of Sierra Leone, myself are important. Yeah, one big deal. They all apologize to me. Now that country, the way they say for one small, then they be tribalistic to me, say me not Creole, I not belong to Sierra Leone, me not slave, me not stranger. They all my apologize to me. They say me I get something under me when not caught. You are letting they apologize. I beg, please. Boy, I be say me bang at the talk because me at the talk me there and at the enemy. They waiting at the crime. Yeah, when I go to a serious issue, they thief money. Then they thief money, people and they die. And there. You are allowed to talk about that topic. This is a waste of time. Bro. This is not serious stuff. Truth, you don't apologize. So now I eat when I want £3 of flesh, what you now want? If you now eat and you allow they go forward. I beg, yeah. This is so silly. How many years will go sit up and this mayor in talk? Well, serious still. They happen now with government now Sierra Leone. Then I apologize for thief with money then Jankoli Kole. Yeah, now so me say I'm not Brenda they talk from London. Bye bye. See you.
Okay, Brenda, thank you very much. I will go to the next caller. Caller, waiting on your name and who say the call from. As a host, sometimes it's hard to keep a straight face. I try, people, I try, trust me. Caller, waiting on your name and who say the call from. Yes, Madam.
And I did tell you that thank you for our time. But one thing we go emphasize on, Salone now we all use. And the people the way they head this organization where they call politicians then from the head. I know they call it now because I don't go, I know only them buck with me. But I will tell you that thing people they don't do in time and memorial for divide and conquer. So we no go talk plenty on that. The speaker, the way they go back to say he wants in property them or the way they don't court the case, me go advocate say all the jailman the way they pass by hold, all the one the way they don't hold, all the one the way they don't seize them property, when they in the process of seizing them property, no give them all them property and call them free because the judiciary, none of the institutions, they know the work, no begin from scratch. If not, that's the one for do. As far as the parliamentarians, they call themselves honorable, we not ever call them honorable because the character not show as honorable. But needless to say, you go say, may the law take in course. If not country where they say law day, may it take in course. That woman they not deserve to lay out na the cold, we can keep picking them just because then people then they don't decide say they want for do what they want for do for punishability. So no, we all just holler and scream as loud as we can scream. Always we go say all this will go down in history. If not this, we go proud for you picking them with them picking them read 10, 20, 40 years down the line to be. I tell you now, thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll go to the next caller. Caller, waiting on your name and also you the call from.
Hello?
Yes, caller, go ahead. Yes, caller, go ahead. Waiting on your name and also you the call from. 2 minutes. Hello, caller. Are you still there?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, caller. Waiting on your name and also you the call from.
Good evening. My name is Abdullah Hussein.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Abdullah Hussein. Hello?
Yes, caller. I'm not listening to you set. Just talk waiting you want for talk, please.
Oh, okay. All right, great. So my name is Abdullah Hussein. I call from New Jersey, US.
Okay, 2 minutes.
Yeah, they listen to the sets I make.
Mm-hmm.
So my point where I listen to that clip, very important point come the way we touch me. Yes, I agree pretty much to the CEO. I listen pretty much to the CEO. What he said. I'm sorry, 1 second, that sound me rolling down. I'll be there a little bit away from me, my phone. So I agree pretty much from the CEO. Hello?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Hello? Okay, good. I'm sorry. I agree pretty much with the CEO and point that the statement for even mention the Bua business day a wrong on the part of the mayor. That is very true. That is very correct. But the guarantee now, even sometimes like you say, I don't even know the actual meaning of the Bua So we just look at if we just concentrate on that small factor, then we get them all wrong. Let me look at it from a bigger picture now. So we don't look at the whole thing from the beginning. And as soon as I rightly say, from the one where this lady take office, I don't say simulation more than any woman in authority women on Sierra Leone. And that is not a fact, just because a woman and we think worse in the situation because he belongs to the opposition party. That is a fact. We care to ignore all of those and just look at. And one fact we I believe again, like what the CEO said earlier, there's nothing like tribalism in Sierra Leone. Anybody who want to use this tribalism for remove somebody in an office, this, that, would I get sense in no say, we not get an Sierra Leone politics in the use out of this state. How many times me or they talk to me in Zimbabwe, somebody don't talk about the say, the business can go like Limbaman dance. And the man go say,
Okay, caller, I'm so sorry because it take a while for make you begin deliver your thoughts them. So if you want, you can call back and finish your thoughts. But I go to the next caller. Caller waiting at your name and also you the call from.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, caller. Waiting on your name and who say you dey call from.
Yeah, I mean, I had you the call from London.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want say something about this mayor thing what happened at Salone. The only thing, anybody, the mistake, the woman no mistake. He don't come, he don't apologize. Okay? So then the big one them, waiting they don't talk, it pass with the woman don't talk said. So they not apologize. Then the woman come, he apologize, so they talk. So why then they go and couch problem, talk this, then they come on the street, then they do this, then they do that, all that thing, you know, then the pressure this woman too much because it the other party. You know, let's say all no nice. That now make people them get for put themselves together in that country for let them know say what they do them is not good. Now actually the cease for them. You know, that make a talk within my mind they will not be again in that country. Because the my mind in that country, this is not for the happen. Because any minute to come on the streets. Believe me, because this is a financial advantage is for that woman. Nothing the woman not do. The woman don't do something, don't apologize. Una need forgive her. Una they go begin talk, all kind of talk na social media like this and that. Una they come on the street, let the woman this. What's that? You know, it not really easy. Me, I just feel like for the woman, all that thing. But all the woman just keep it. Let do work. That's it. Let resign. Let do work. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. I go take the last 4 calls. The last 4 calls for tonight, because if I keep the phone line open, we're not going to do that today. So I go take the last 4 calls for tonight. Caller, waiting on your name and who say you call from.
Miss Matilda, on 2020 for the job owner they do. This is Nakasim, they call from Virginia. Yeah, just like how my brother just know. The woman, we all pray. We pray for forgiveness. If President Madabiyo, they tell Ben Kelfala and them placard for the teachers and display them country three. President Madabiyo came out and apologized to the people, they forgive them. So I don't see anything with a woman they do, and the woman come out outrightly. Ben Kelfala not come out and apologize. The president of himself came out and apologized. Then now the woman came out and said, okay, if this word where I say offend una forgive me. So I don't say anything they would enough for forgive that woman. They say proper parts to pull the woman, meaning they want to put politics inside and they just want to remove the woman. Why? Because she is a woman. And the woman, we all know they do a great job. Then they frustrate her, but they try very, very hard. So I don't see any reason where that woman they come out and apologize to the people, say, "Una forgive me," where they say proper. We never forgive her. So if they never forgive her, and therefore we don't put them Kelfana also where it young them like that and then people there. But the president of himself came out and apologized to the people they forgive her. So I don't feel any differently between that one day and between that woman they do. So Nami, thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. I go to the next caller. Caller, waiting on your name and who say you call from.
Hello?
Yes, caller, go ahead. Waiting on your name and who say you call from.
I come from London. My name is Sise.
Okay, 2 minutes.
Yes, I don't know really where to Sarah with them pull. Where it catch to me also. Because then just why I'm back on this, say hello?
Yes, go ahead. We're listening.
Yeah, because in the try for divert your attention. And the money where they don't thief and all the other things. But dear me the big una within at the media. That money where this guy within Africanist press don't talk. Hello? Dear me the big for make una still they talk about that money. You say because they just want distract we. Una they do a very good work. Una all within our viewers and all the other side and what they talk for the people in our salon. I tell them thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. I'll go to the next caller. Caller, waiting at your name and also you the call from.
Hello?
Yes, caller, go ahead. Waiting at your name and also you the call from.
This Abdullah say they call again from New Jersey, US.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm sorry for the mix-up earlier where I called. I been get distracted. So, my point to have the try to drive through now that. In fact, I go to the most important point even before I start. So, I meet my time. I think this now is test for the president. This is my personal opinion that President Bill, this is the best test ever for let people respect them and drive to cohesion, national cohesion when I favorite space. I think President Bill for come out like we do for the anti-corruption commissioner and bad action we take against we teachers them. We in shame for come out and apologize to the nation. He can apologize on his behalf. Now, so the president expect him to do right now and come and apologize on behalf of the mayor. In as much as the mayor don't take him upon himself or even do apology publicly. I think one thing where I catch today we knew from that clip now the fact say, when I did have some other forum, then people say he refers specifically to the Kemokai because the Kemokai they belong to one tribe when I'm in there. Now today I learned say this is an actual person. They talk in real time of a real person. We seem for don't give pressure, very insubordinate at the office. We know me and you nobody know we take that. And we know the humiliation where this person don't face. For two reasons. Nothing. A very competent, as far as I am concerned, is the most competent politician at Sierra Leone at this time. I mean, whether you like it or not. Because I'm a woman, two, because it belongs to the opposition party. But the bad thing and we need to stop. People already sing around the social media a lot of let them pull on. Are we not thinking of the president? Let me think tomorrow when there's another party in power, say APC. We haven't forget and mayor winner SLPP. Let me think. What it might not be something on tribal line. It might be something on corruption or on reckless statements. So if everybody can again, I pull on because APC wants somebody for be mayor during the time. Let me look at that. Now that means the best person at PCF can action as the leader of the country at this time, now the president. If you listen me and I believe you will get this message, let it come out and apologize, join the mayor for apologize and calm down. The people, especially the people who host by making mention of that statement Birabi said, when I tried to which the president belongs. I think that go on tremendous respect. That's my personal opinion. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. I will go to my last caller for tonight. Caller, waiting at your name and also you the call from.
Hello.
Yes, caller, go ahead. 2 minutes.
From Virginia. Hello. Hello.
Yes, caller, go ahead with you.
Okay, my name is Simeon. I call from Virginia. I tell Nabakubaku, thank you for this opportunity when I give. Now I go straight to the point. Come to the parliament issue. Yeah, I say come to the parliament issue. You take for the parliament. Firstly, I go say the parliament. Hello?
They listen to himself.
I go say the parliament. I don't get respect for the parliament. Because all what they go on in the country, the parliament responsible for that. And I would define them for be a bunch of political conspirators. That's what they define them. I don't know that side. Then the parliament lack integrity. They don't get love for the country. They don't get fairness of God. Then I will say, oh my God, I don't know what I will talk here. Lord goes to the Commission of Inquiry. Now, total which one? Where this particular government counts, it not get no sense. Now, which one? Then, make account for the not to ignorance, very deliberate on here. Not to ignorance at all. They know what they do. Everything what they do so that when they plan, they mean now you do so. That's not like ignorance. What did they do to Akisoya? Then the government of Sierra Leone, President Leosi also, they never organized the mayor of Freetown. So I will.
Okay, I think so the caller they get some issues. I want can to me panelists them. But before I can to me panelists them, make we just listen to the report where Umaru Fofana give in the summary of in reports, because that also go give the idea of also some civil society people themselves team up on this case, because some civil societies were interviewed. We also know for say some civil society groups then they seek permission for demonstrate for demand the resignation of the mayor. Then and we also see how local governments council themselves they say, you know, then get for investigate this issue and watch inside good because you get the propensity for combust into, you know, something else, some kind dombolo. I wonder where all these people have been all these years. But make we listen to Umaru Fofana in put together, as we call it. I'll go to the technical team.
Yvonne Akisoya is in the center of a huge controversy after remarks she made to her APC party members were leaked to the public. Her critics accuse her of making a tribalistic slur against the Mendes, one of Sierra Leone's major ethnic groups, and from which the governing SLPP party draws much of its support. Umaru Fofana reports from Freetown.
In the leaked audio, Yvonne Akisoya discusses political strategy with allies from the main opposition APC party, to which she belongs. Among other things, she talks about recent recruitment of council workers by the central government, something she says is wrong and not in accordance with procedure. But it is this bit of the audio that has created a storm here. Here, she mentions one of those staff, Mr. Kemokai, and says she doesn't want to work with someone whom, when she gives them an instruction, they will say, Bua Bise, a reference to a greeting in Mende, the language and name of the predominant ethnic group from which the ruling SLPP party draws its support. Consequently, there has been a backlash with some Mendes accusing her of an ethnic slur. Mayor Akisoya has rejected the accusations and apologized for her remarks in an interview on a local TV, AYV.
I'm 53 years old. I think if I was tribalistic, it would have come out by now. There is nothing in my whole life that I've ever done, ever engaged. So I don't mind where anybody comes from. It wasn't based on tribalism. It's based on frustration. And what I did yesterday was to apologize for the hurt caused by the presentation of the audio and the flippant remark, has no one ever made a flippant remark when they're angry? No.
Despite this, there are calls for her to step down by those who say that someone in her position should be mindful of the current toxic mix of politics and ethnicity. Augustine Sengbe-Mara is a respected lawyer and governance activist.
The comments from the audio were pretty incendiary. We live in a society with so much discontent, and such comments could spark flames. And we have very many social problems, so I think that our leaders should unify our country, should unify our nation, and not dismember or tear it apart.
And resignation is the only way for you?
I think so. I think because the standards we set for our leaders should be very high. I think she fell short of those standards, and I think as a leader, if you fall short of a certain standard, my call is for resignation. There have been conflicting messages from our office, from a person. Some stage he said it was edited. She has said that it was taken out of context. So we don't know which is which.
For someone who would usually easily accept my interview requests, 3 days of efforts to talk to the mayor proved futile. She would not answer my calls. She responded to only one of my 3 messages by forwarding to me a previously released statement. In it, she says she was presented out of context and her voice edited. But the Minister of Local Government, Tambalamina, who supervises local councils, has spoken to me.
Deeply shocking. It's concerning that the mayor of the capital city, the seat of government, could make such disparaging remarks, discriminatory remarks. What came out from this audio is that the administration in FCC, mainly the mayor, has made statements and bragging about those statements relating to how she's actually rejected staff based on their ethnicity, which goes against the grain of the constitution, and ethnic cohesion is not the sort of statements that anybody who is in leadership should make in the current day that we live in.
The women's wing of the main opposition APC party has backed the mayor, calling the whole affair a political witch hunt. So for now at least, it seems the embers will continue to smolder.
Umaru Fofana reporting.
Okay, so I come back to my panelists. This time around, I go get for limit how much una get for talk, just because of time. I will limit una to 2 minutes, please, just because of time. So una don't hear, una don't listen to Umaru Fofana in statements, una don't give una points them, una don't hear waiting the caller themselves don't get for say. I guess now this part I want to ask the role of civil society, and also I am saying this knowing fully well that civil society can be then get their own agenda. And a civil society, again, a private entity. A private entity will get their own agenda. A political wing can get a civil society wing. Anybody can grab and do a civil society, a non-profit, wing of the organization. Waiting na unayon take away from the sudden emergency of reaction from some civil societies them about this issue, even to the point of asking for demonstration, permission to demonstrate. Miss Selo, I go to you because of Usai you stand there when I have tribalism, have frustration. I go begin with you.
Of course, just like I want caller say, not just distraction. Because if it be really the civil society, they really want to do their work proper. Therefore, don't begin from the president for tell us say for step down. Long time, not even today. From the day one no president come na power, become a president for Sierra Leone. You go actually see say if you don't just be a president for one sector, one tribe. Now the more it concerned about. And now it is spread. This tribalism they spread all over. It just go across. Everybody they doing you. So if the civil society they're really serious, the one big thing for doing now for therefore don't go against for the president first. But right now, all they do now distraction. Because waiting I can say I do, I'm not gonna say it do the right thing. No, of course. I'm against her for that. I wish enough of it don't say her. But she's not a horrible person. Not a person who decide to make that comment because he just want to bring division amongst everybody in the country. No. I think it was just sometimes when you feel party they talk, anything can come out. So I think it was just a mistake that she must have done on her side. So I believe, say, if civil society they be really fair enough, this not all the time this for council on the talk say they go demonstrate or they want the mayor for resign. Maybe the mayor needs some kind of education. You know, she needs to understand that in position where there are certain things that you can go, where you can say, but certain things you just cannot go there. No matter what the president or others they do, enough for don't be the one for talk that particular statement. So I think say I don't want to stop for. So I hope say this will learn some
Okay.
lesson from this.
All right. I'll go to Madam Kadi Johnson. Go.
First of all, yes, make us say within me colleagues say, we see the mayor needs some education. You understand? I don't think so. I don't think so because if I notice, you see, in some ways, you see, I know go with una in some ways because the reason being is, first of all, make a touch on there. Central government, they're responsible a lot for what happen because if they don't correct anything in it, it not me for pushes woman to the brink of saying what it say. Now people they use and say you are a leader. You shouldn't be saying that. So I agree with you, yes. Leader, you give like that. But not to leader under normal circumstances. If Kemokai and Peter Kamara been go normal circumstances, that respectively, they want something, and then it say you can't tell me say this say, then I will for me say you don't do something really, really bad. You get me? But this not so normal circumstances. That's how they push them. It is right for make them no say, you understand? Na me they employ. Na me they take people. When I bring somebody can me na me office. When I can't put Sunday, then they even tell me say we'll not go he work for you. We'll not go take nothing. When excuse me, when I'm not wasting a provocation, you understand? You see, they all that they frustrate them. It's not like it come a plan and say la tell them word. That is why I beg for differ from Una. You get me? It's not normal, you see. Yes. Normal circumstances, if I've been said, then they say you shouldn't say that. No matter what pressure you shouldn't. But this now central government now then they really pressure them. Now they send somebody what it takes. The bad way the one that when encounter they tell and say, I'm not here for you, not to you can't, not to you they work for, and all that. Somebody can't say that, they then push and drag and say this is what they call provocation. You understand? In some cases, then they provoke people themselves. You kill somebody. In this case, you not reach for kill somebody, and you they get away with them. You understand it? So long as not to pre-plan, you don't plan them. Now push them on the spot of the moment. You see, so what she said was on the spot of the moment because they push them. You see, they push them, they reduce them to nothing, they make them so irrelevant as if she's nothing. You see, and then they're telling me that no, this is nothing like tribalism. You understand it? People know they just come about and say, oh, it's not Western world you reside. Yes, you reside, but you're looking at the circumstances in Western world. Nobody know they come out and can impose themselves like how they impose themselves on the rest. Nobody not go do that. Say they don't want that, they don't do all that thing. You get me? Western one not go say even just so self now the members of the public themselves now they go fight for you. You understand? We don't have tribalism now they make, regionalism they make, some man they say law go protest. If not then come to the whole day, members of the public that they can, especially when they see all they look at the circumstances of which have circumstantial evidence, how we happen with them push them, get me. Believe you me that the problem and say no, you shouldn't never for Twitter and so they can't say now because my woman that make on the Twitter so you get me. Yes, now they go can't talk and so me not agree with that at all. Having said that, I'm not support tribalism at all. As I've said from where I begin, be good party then amended them. You see, I fit in anywhere, you see. But in the Akisoya side, you get me, I'm not going to say that way. We'll therefore look at the circumstantial evidence. Waiting lead to that. You understand it? Waiting lead to that. You see, it's not normal. Not a normal situation. It affects establishment. It affects establishment, they affect them. You get me? So the point is in the hamburging job, do everything. You see, come on. Now, I want to look at things that way. For me, I not agree, say, you understand it? I not admit safe na for me, resign straight away. Yes, you can resign, but in the circumstance in which it happened, make I come back to this this Sengbe Mara man where they talk about standard. This Sengbe Mara, I don't know. Not only Sengbe Mara where them we get a problem, where they say it go big. I don't know if na the man that lawyer did.
I am actually coming to that. That was the same Sengeg Mara that I sat here and defended because he said something, and I said he's a Sierra Leonean, it's his right, it's his democratic right, and therefore, in fact, the attempt for disbar. That's what they were going to do. They were going
in
to
the end, we
disbar.
say go big. Then we say it big. Or something, get me? Is that the same Marana that they can push standard or Salone? Salone is me, I don't know. You see, then they can push standard now, level of standard, you get me? Sembe Mara, where was Sembe Mara? Where was Sembe Mara? Where chief minister say people can take 5%. Not so that's for being can't talk about standard. Where was he? He didn't a Salone. When minister say you can take it, we can left small. Maybe it not mean that the way we they look at now. You see, but the mere fact say he make that utterance day. You understand? Somebody in that position and you don't make that utterance day. Where was he? Who said he talk about standard? You get me? Where the other thing you see, other things they don't attack people, they don't kill people in a McKinney. You understand? Who said it? We don't know the standard of people that they talk about. You understand? Me not able understand. I don't know that. In fact, this time is like double standard now.
I get you. I get you. Make I go to
standard.
see you. See
A
you.
double standard.
Within 2 minutes because we don't run out of time. 2 minutes, please.
Yeah, because we don't run out of time. First of all, I want people to understand. Say, if people that listen to me that talk, say the mayor not get no business for resign, and if I people in the central government not get no business for ask her. But at the same time, we own job now for analyze the situation, not to for the mayor now, but the talk of we own job now for teach the young people them how it's supposed to be. So now make all the potential here, or the type of potential to young people and say this is how it's supposed to be. You make a talk say for the West, but at the same time, like a lot of people can't talk say if the West, then say what happens, so not for to happen. You make a talk say even not even the West, but even our own village, they own our country people them, people now will teach to chief that way they. But we on job now for analyze the situation over, even as that's then even the way they wrong instead get small wrong, they go for pointing you wrong out say they may get you wrong now. And they don't apologize and say we apologize. This now so you do as person, a public person, you come out, you apologize to people them for just for sure say you know in front of integrity. When you apologize on show say you get integrity. The one that they ask and so they don't even know it's not the word now. They don't even know that word they apologize. They don't even know for spell and safe. That then they ask and also letting resign. No, they don't even know for spell apology safe. So Lord will not go to them. Now, Mr. Civil call and quick. Civil society. Yes, I know it's simple. Joseph's another lost job, space open. So now all my want that job there. So money one for come. This now job money they can fail now. So money they can pull and make the government give them. Because the case is also now day. When I talk ordinary, but this lady just say Bua Bise. Now they go na steal so for. Then kill how many people in them by road? Then kill how many people in Makeni? Where was the society? And just chap people in less than a week ago now SAP people, SAP then chap them, then bust the head and then cut in two. Where was he here? I mean, still perfect permit. You're not getting permitted for that one day. Now, mayor, you're not boy, they get permit. These people are jokes. We don't talk over and over. Say these guys are jokes. These guys are politicians. These guys are just the look. Then they go to them, their organization here, just for family for getting into politics. Because in the same time, nobody come talk so they make a position of the government. Let me call them pull an iron. They come back and make a fool out of himself. Talk say not to invoice that. Like say we big fool. These people are not civil society. These people are just politicians. They go to the civil society. That's what it is. These are disgrace to the country. This is who we are.
Okay. Before I give una 1 minute for round up, because myself get for letting a table before we go today. I not go left this ground without I not letting a table. I want for read one of a very important communique way come out from the office of how you might call it the office of the mayor, Freetown municipality, and then they address to the Minister of Local Government and Rural Development. I want to read that letter they sign by, Madam Mayor Yvonne Akisoya, OBE. I want to read that letter they to people them. So this letter, he write on the 29th of March, 2021. And I go read. It says, Dear Honorable Minister, continued concerns about staff recently posted to Freetown City Council. He goes on to say, in light, I think it meant to say, in light of the continuous insubordination of recently posted staff, Mr. Mustafa Kemokai and Mr. Peter Koroma, and particularly against backdrops of their defiance of a resolution by Council of 10th February 2021, I inform LGSC that Freetown City Council would not accept the posted staff. During the impasse between Locasa and LGSC, staff posted to other local council in February 2021 respected request of their mayor and chairperson for them to not come to the council to work until the dispute was resolved. Colleague mayor and chairperson confirmed that their posted staff respected their request and stayed home. However, in a very public and open disregard of the instruction of the mayor and the resolution of councils at Freetown City Council, Mr. Kemokai and Mr. Koroma kept coming to the council during the impasse, and contrary to my specific instruction at the time, they were allocated offices in the new city council by the chief administrator. When engaged by various councillors about the behavior, and staff stated that they were not listened, that they would not listen to the mayor nor to the councillor. They would only take instructions from the chief administrator. Throughout that period, Mr. Kemokai and Mr. Koroma did not at any time attempt to report to or meet with me as a mayor. Therefore, following the general resolution of the impasse, I wrote to LSGC on 9th March and again on 24th March and asked that the postings of Mr. Kemokai and Mr. Koroma be withdrawn, and that LGSC provides Freetown City Council with any other staff they identify as suitable. If FCC attempted the posting of Mr. Kemokai and if FCC accepted the posting of Mr. Kemokai and Mr. Koroma, this would send the message that you can work at Freetown City Council with total disregard for its leadership and will make effective service delivery difficult. In respect of my flagship sanitation intervention, it is unacceptable that I would ask Mr. Kemokai, posted as Environment and Sanitation Officer, to implement an activity and continuing in his previous strengths. He would say no. Indeed, in addition to everything that has happened, and amidst the ongoing engagement with LGSC, Mr. Kemokai and Mr. Kurma still continue to come to council. I recently learned that they have now been delegated specific responsibilities without my knowledge. This is unacceptable, and I look forward to receiving the staffing replacement from LGSC. Out of a deep respect of those who elected me, as well as for our good office, I last week responded to the selectively edited audio which referred to the above matter. Now, out of respect for the thousands of fire victims at Susan Bay, I look forward to working with National Disaster Management Agency, yourself, and other stakeholders as we collectively respond to crisis and to that crisis, assuring you of my highest regard. Sincerely, Yvonne Akisoya, OBE, Mayor of Freetown. I hold my thoughts, and in this letter, the chairman parliamentary committee was copied, the chairman local government service, the permanent secretary, the president local governments, the chairman labor, and the chief administrator city council. I hold my thoughts. I go back to my panelists to give their final word before I give mine. Madam Selwa, I start with you.
If I'm good, another year waiting, we all don't say today. We really tell una thank you. At least one are able for sit down for listen to we. Yeah, like we all don't say, the mayor, she must have made some kind of mistake. But I not feel say if I resign, I not agree for a resignation. But in all, una all come together so Alliance Law build Salone. Una thank you. Una good night.
Thank you very much. I go to Madam Johnson Cole.
Yeah, first of all, me they say, even Akisoya, no matter what kind of pressure we then put on them, don't resign. At all. Fight your case. So your last effort, where you able fight them. Do not resign, okay? Because that is the effect. To me, that is what they want. Want you out, and then put a young person there. So no resign, and that's how they tell you. You see. Then the other thing I want to say, you see the chief administrator, you get me? You know he say, even no because no put some water there. Because it work under them. You get me? It display some degree of incompetence, you understand? You'd not they go take power. You usurp the power of the mayor. Yes, not to info go do all them saying you did do one if you get right for one say, but you get for consult with the mayor and get within the mayor they say. But you go they go bring them Kemokai they all give them now don't encourage them. You see that one they say now other man way for go wait them for subject them to disciplinary. You understand? Yes, if I go through that, you see, procedures for exercise disciplinary procedures on that Monday. If they get one, you get me. You see, so next time, I know they go take power away. It undermine Yvonne very, very much. It undermine them. You see, and then waiting me the try for say is Yvonne, you are a very good mayor. You understand? You are so good that you are competent to even be president of Sierra Leone. I'm telling you this. You're competent for be president. You see, if the people of Sierra Leone allow you, you can be. You understand it? Don't dismiss yourself that it's beyond you. Nothing is beyond anyone if you really fight for it, because you don't make your name already. You get me? So that's my your advice I give you. And another thing is, yes, you have apologized. You've done the decent thing where you do quickly, you know, waste time, everything. But then people they say again for make it go back, you go get a proper apology. I don't say an apology is an apology. What is this other proper apology again? Are they trying to subject her to say, yes, I am guilty of something that she herself does not believe she is guilty of. Because people requesting that she comes back and give a proper apology, they are telling her that you are guilty, you see. And that kind of admission of guilt, I wouldn't be in that position to accept that admission of guilt, because he not do one. He said he not do one. You see, he looked the circumstances, but because he hurt people, they realize the people they hurt, he come and make apology. You understand it? Because he not be part of it. But to say that, he say he come back, let he can give proper apology. It's like, okay, fine. I they beg una do you and give me my job back. You see, if you are not giving me job, I go beg because I not lost my job. No. She is a professional person. Instead of it gets in your position. If we look how mayor then get power then at the West. Now we all mayor no more not get power. They get the power, but they don't allow it. When I look at the West, where they call mayor, you get me? Not to come yourself the first you for pulling say easy. You understand? When I way the America, but when I see how powerful that man was, you get me? You see, we get to be mayor themselves now, but we don't mayor Yvonne. They not allow him at all. They try for suppress him. They try for put him down. They try for intimidate him, but she will not be intimidated. You get me? You see? So basically, just like I be talk for Bio, now so why they talk for other people. Now so but I will talk for Bio, not for Yvonne, not because she is a woman. You understand? Yeah, yes, not because she's a woman, but now injustice. Now some of we know like injustice. When you see injustice, it's clear because then say when you silence, that means say you're not part of the injustice. When you see the injustice, point them out. You understand? Point them out. You see, we not ever get mayor like this lady here. So you get me? Look what they do. You see. If they make Freetown fine for you, born a Freetown, you see, they make Freetown fine for we. You understand it? You see, so the man can pull on their back. No. And at that time I say, but even as I say again, I will advise you in future, you understand, take them how you they talk. In fact, if I were you, let this be a lesson to you. Don't just sit and talk with people that you listen. If when you didn't aside group ready, don't say much, just try for the listening. When you listen a lot, you get me? Then you're not going to say, nobody no go make up anything. But coming to back, if this thing on audio don't come away, I forget for people, it don't come out from February 19th. Why is it only now? You understand? You can tell that them they store, them they plan them for get this woman. They don't do everything they not get on. But let me say one thing, I'm sending this to the government of the SLPP now. You get me? If they not take them, Ivo Akisoya will be their downfall. You see? If they not take them, you see, una go see and say, na nonsense at the top. Una na una de na pa, una go say, how is this going to happen? You get me? But trust me, I'm telling you, Yvonne Akiso as it is now, you get me? You see? Then get, I'm telling you, it gets support. It gets support. These are the sort of people they like. You get me? These are the sort of people where they get. So let una not fool una say, you see? And Yvonne was elected. How Yvonne elected? If una not want, if una wait in time done, una vote them out again. Waiting the way Donald Trump, they can still not compare America and a true because America and Sierra Leone to the same. Na big country, we na small country no more. But the fact is, waiting the way Donald Trump not don't say, waiting the way not the way Yvonne not say, not do not that to get me. You see, they not want time, but then be and say, on the elected president, when the term people then pull them. You see, so let them left Yvonne, wait in term reach, then vote them out. You get me? That's what I'm saying. Let me go to the civil society then now. This civil society then, wait me, I don't understand who's open at the power. You get me? Civil society. And waiting confuse me. In fact, it's a shame, you understand? This is another woman. You get me? From where they attack this woman, that. Me now they see other people then they come for counsel because everybody they afraid the system. All man they afraid Salone, the government. It's not like women don't support her, but afraid they're all they afraid for talk. You get me? Now, few people, then maybe some we talk because we they overseas, that make they're not able to do nothing. You get me? But maybe sometimes I've been tongue with it, you get me? We go take them how we they talk. You see, so what they talk, say women not they support and compete women. Perhaps for that reason they make now afraid and afraid. You get me? You see, so as me they say, me don't talk, me talk done. You get me? So me family then do ya. Then one day we want for go demonstrate. It's not necessary for go demonstrate. We get beaucoup things away for demonstrate for. We not demonstrate for them. Not so simple thing like that day. Yeah, thing like that day where this woman. Well, let not say simple because we thing do it hurts some people then. So I take them back for say it's simple. No, some people they hurt. You understand? Eh? But thing like this where them pressure the woman for say, you get me? Look, I don't know why. local government and central government, they are fully responsible for what's happening for let them push Yvonne for can make this statement. They forget for take responsibility. And because they have to take responsibility, you understand? If not because they want for pull and because of political reasons, because of their own selfish goal, they want to be there. If not because of that, they themselves should take responsibility. And they should be the one, when not for even say Yvonne for come out. You understand? Then get for left Yvonne there. I would like to see how they want pull Yvonne back. We go like for see how they want pull them. Who's part of the you move a clause there, we enable them for pull them for such a thing like this. You understand? We go like for see them. You get me? If me that be Yvonne said, when I'm a Salone judicial, to bet it. You get me? If I be myself, and then say then good judicial is doing and they bring action against themselves anyway. First of all, the person that we go record Yvonne, they're not get right for Yvonne record Yvonne. Yvonne wasn't even aware that they record her. Therefore, we tell them. You see, they record them undercover in no. You see, that itself, you understand, should not be done. You see, I wonder how local government and see all that one day, then they stick up for can pull the woman. You understand? When I see where them plan, they're not supposed to go record them where you don't know. It's wrong. It's wrong. Whoever do that record it, I can try for bring action against that person. If not me, I'll bring action against that person. You not get right for record them without in consent. You get me? You not get right. Because if he or she had told Yvonne, say, I will record you, you understand? Maybe, you understand, situation would have been different. I don't know from what today, or situation could have still been the same, you see. But no one has the right to go record somebody, especially somebody like that in that situation where you say you the old meeting, then go record them, for go begin, make case against them. They don't fail anyway, they're not going to pull Yvonne. You see, and for one of the woman, the way they talk, say, making it retire. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Matilda. Yeah, okay, I'm off. Yeah, no. I don't, Matilda. I don't think it's good. Okay. For only the woman, the way they talk, say, we I'm not being personal here, not get nothing to do with the panel, between women in general. You get me? With them women in general, where they talk, say, you don't, because I don't think to put audio say, if I resign, if I come out, if I resign. Well, I'm sorry, you understand? I don't share your views, but you are entitled to your views. Una all entitled to your views, because that is how una see them, and I respect una for that. Una self respect me, say, your views say, Yvonne should not resign. You understand? And not say anything for make a resign. Couple way consider all the work where he don't do and what he do. You understand? No, we want to that they deliver. We want to that they deliver. Not to that they come, you can't always sweet talk them. You see, it they deliver. You get me? It they deliver. We don't see that lady always tell what it come. Now, lady, then they may not be ever no say it can talk. Then do all that thing and they not say one word. They be a no man. No, they talk. If we then call, now they can't hear voice boku self now. You see, where they can begin talk about this resign. And she's fighting for her job. You get me? And not only her job, now in reputation, in the fight for that. They want to destroy him in whole career, and they want to destroy so. And Yvonne, go and fight to the last. Don't let them bring you down. You've worked so hard over the years. You don't make over the years, you don't build yourself up. Then no go can allow Salone for bring you down. Don't you allow that. You see, you'll be silly and stupid to allow them to bring you up. Fight tooth and nail to the last. You understand it? That is the advice I give Yvonne. Tooth and nail, fight to the last. You get me?
Fight tooth and nail to the last. I asked the question again, even before I give me final submission. CEO, tribalism or frustration?
Like I say, I mean, in UTSF, we don't have tribalism in Sierra Leone, period. Because when you talk about tribalism,
I don't want to make you give me a long sentence. Now, a yes or no answer they look for right now. Me self need for talk. I mean, self need me 5 minutes for talk.
I don't do closing it. I don't do me closing it. So I can help with time.
You not doing closing it.
No.
Yeah. Hey,
don't see that. I don't take over the whole place. I take over.
No, see, I'm not doing closing it. You're not doing closing it.
Go ahead. I feel say you can close.
I'm not going to do a closing. I'm left now. All this, like I said, no, we're not getting tribalism in Salone. Basically, we know they give somebody job. We know they get privilege out of tribe. Most of the time, our political affiliation ending in Salone more, and political sentiment. What they use say, a certain tribe will tie them to certain behavior. That's a political sentiment and stigma. That's now getting a Salone. Tribalism is not one of us. The thing, like I say, the only thing I could just answer now, I want to make what I talk say. I say the people in our governance are the spell. what was I mean, say, a spare apology. So I use a sarcastic statement because to me, I feel say if we they not even not to apologize. Most of the time they don't even acknowledge that they do wrong, let alone apologize or let alone resign. Then turn around and tell somebody say you for resign. That's a sarcastic statement from them and make me say become sarcastic with them. Not of us not disrespect. We then take we as funny, we say take them as funny. So my brother, this is politics. We they not respect you, means not go respect them. It's just what it is. This is not respect. Until I see a leader in a salon come out and apologize or willingly step down for something they do, that person will get respect for the rest of my life because I know say just like putting Tawadu in a parliament. You see something not like we not like, he say I resign. Nobody not for some he say I resign. No make no matter what people say about I get our respect. So I know say we don't we be in your time. I thank you very much, and I will close the next week.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes, way beyond midterm. But you know what? It's all good. It is what it is. Okay, so me people at the beginning of the show I asked the question, tribalism, the mayor's comments, tribalism or frustration. We get a population of 7+ million. 30 cabinet ministers. 22 of them are Mendes. 8 of them are non-Mendes. 0 Creoles, 0 Connaughts. 75% of the entire cabinet appointment are Mendes. Deputy ministers, 31 deputy ministers. 2 Creoles, 2 Connaughts. We get 20 oh boy, 20 Mendes, 11 non-Mendes, 2 Creoles, 2 Connaughts, meaning that 65% of that deputy ministers strata are Mendes. MDAs, we get 69 heads of department, agencies, commissioned, state-owned enterprise. 65 of them are Mendes, 4 of them are non-Mendes, which means 94% of them, that strata, are Mendes. CSOs, 11 Mendes, 4 Mendes, which means 75% are Mendes. Out of 130 positions, only 3 Creoles and 2 Connaughts appointed, which means 82% of the 130 are Mendes. I don't know what you call that. You can call it what you want to call it. You can call it discrimination. You can call it tribalism. You can call it political allegiance. Call it what you want to call it. But before you start calling them what you want to call it, go back and look at the definition of tribalism. Go back and study the definition of political loyalty and allegiance. Go back and take a close look at what discrimination is and the definition of discrimination. When you put those 3 together, sit down, reflect, look at the mayor's statement, look at the circumstances, the totality of the circumstances, not just an isolated piece of what she says at a particular, or what she said at a particular point. Look at the generality of the history. Go back and look at then 3 things that we are called so political allegiance, tribalism, and discrimination. Look at their definition and come back and let's have a proper conversation. When the Speaker of Parliament desecrated his home and humiliated himself to the world, I did not see you call for his resignation. Neither did I hear you say something. So what? Was that discrimination? Was it tribalism? Was it political loyalty? I don't know, you decide. When the First Lady sat on nationwide broadcast and say, you know, the private parts of men should be severed, What was that? When she sat in a political rally, a national campaign or an outside gathering and said that if you do not belong to the SLPP, therefore you are not a Sierra Leonean. What was that? When the president was in Kailaon and for 1 hour, for an entire ceremony or 2 hours, spoke in one dialect. When he went to Lunge to turn sword and for a whole hour of that ceremony of his speech, the comments he made, you class it where you want to class it. When the youth, the SLPP youth leader, made the disparaging comments, outrageous audios that he makes, what did you call that? When the Minister of North informed people that if they dare affront them or stand up to them, mothers will be forced to wear burial cloth or the symbolism of a burial cloth, black, for them picking them. Usa una binde. When people were killed in Makeni, Usa una binde. Now that make at the end of my statement at the ask on a political loyalty, tribalism, or discrimination. You tell me. Which side are you? You decide. You see, it is very easy to throw stones when you forget that, and you forgetting that you also live in a glass house. He who is without sin, who has never seen or said a word in anger or out of frustration, let them be the first to raise their hand up, and I will show you a liar. Today where they talk, so the mayor gets an award as the mayor 2021 female leader mayor of the world. It wasn't born out of the love that people have for her. It was born out of the demonstration of her work. When you back someone against the wall and they can't breathe anymore, they fight for their life and they fight to breathe. The chief administrator, una know wetin he done they do? Because there's a letter from the mayor's office that detailed every single incident, every single undermining we don't do. If una they run a company, una they run an entity, una expect for produce results, would you accept insubordination? Would you accept somebody sabotaging your efforts? Better still, would you accept that someone be imposed on you? Make we left hypocrites. Make we left hypocrites. Something where we not go accept. Why make we want make other person accept them? She spoke out of frustration. She spoke out of anger. That is clear. At some point or another, in our lives, we all have done so. When they talk, say, you know, Creole man, then get greedy. You back under like Creole man. Are those discrimination, tribalism? When you talk, say, you business strangle like Limba man dance. This discrimination, tribalism, you put it where you want to put it. I'm not going to classify it for you. I can, but I will not. When you talk, say, me Creole no for own land na the provinces, what is that? Is that discrimination or tribalism? I can go on and on and on with some of the narratives, them, some of the jargons, them, some of the words, them, where they use within society and think it is okay. It was not so long ago, some 3 years ago, that the people were complaining that when you go to government institutions, all you hear is a particular tribe being spoken. And at this present junction, as we sit, the people are saying when you go to government institutions and offices, all you hear is a particular language being spoken. What do you call that? discrimination, tribalism, political allegiance or loyalty. When you want to throw stones, throw them right. But when you live in a glass house, be careful how you attempt to throw those stones. Because guess what? When the glass shatters, one splinter must hit you back. When the glass shatters, one splinter, where the glass don't broke, if you don't, boom. No feel saying that person no more way to go away that stone for. Now in that glass they get for wound. Because with that glass they scatter. You wait to away the stone, and the one then we steam up where you to away the stone. You all get forget on a young cut inside. So I ask again, the mayor's comment, tribalism or frustration? Let your pillow and your conscience answer that question rightfully for you all. Corona is real. Corona the kill. Una protect una safe. Una take care of una safe. Una all thank you. Thank you very much to my panelists then. Until we meet again next week by God in power.